All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome. How are you? How are you doing today? How are you doing this week, this month, this year? How's it going? We are about to start the show. I have to play a little intro to give us some time. Hit the like button. Share it out with all the friends out there. Ooh, I need to adjust my light. Tala is coming in now. We're gonna play an intro. Help us out, guys. Hit the like button, share it out. This is a show for everybody, all of us to kind of maybe come together a little bit over things that we all got to deal with. All have to worry about our health and our wellness and fitness and all these gadgets around all of that. And so we're going to get into it. We're going to try and catch up from last week because we had a bit of a snafu with the server going down on Rumble Studios servers anyway. And so we're going to try and catch up. We got a lot to talk about and a bunch of stories. So let's get to it. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes, guys. Help us out. Hit the buttons. Share it out with everyone you know. Let's grow.
Scrolling through the noise, stories hitting hard, cutting through the void. Big Uck pulling strings, poison in the feed. What they're selling us ain't what we need. Posting articles, lighting up the screen. Common struggle shared, know what I mean. Time to wake 'em now, see the hidden game. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, yeah, we grow. Every soul gotta eat, fuel the fire inside. But the cause of twisting truth, trying to hide. Processed lies on shelves, stealing our health away. New tech coming fast, showing us a better way. Community talking, sharing what we find. Self-sustainable minds, leaving change behind. Digging in the dirt or digging for the truth. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, yeah, we grow. No more blind, no more fed their lies. Hands in the soil, fire in our eyes. From seed to strength, we're taking control. Empower the body, empower the soul. Wednesday rolls again, gather round the feet. Health and wellness news, planting every seed. Growing food ourselves, growing who we are. Better versions rise, shooting for the stars. Big Food's empire cracks. We won't bound time. We grow Wednesday. Hey, stop it on Wednesday.
All right, we are back. Let me adjust our screen a little bit. For some reason, it starts off every time with you in a little box on the screen. I don't know. No matter
That's
what
okay.
I do, that's what it does. Yeah,
You
I'm
just had to have to find a way to make me a people in the box.
well. We put ourselves in boxes. It's metaphorical. That's what it means. We put ourselves in these boxes. Not, not only metaphorically but literally. You chose to get into a box where you have to look at this little like eyeball on a device that, hey, can you see me? You know, it's not even a red light anymore. It used to be like cameras, you had a red light. It was like, oh, is it on? Now it's like, just you got to know about it. I guess they have different lights. Anyway, we are glad that it's working at least. Like that's the starting point today, I guess. Man, we were live. Did you know we were live for 20 hours last week, Tala?
Oh my god.
We were live for 20 hours last night. I mean, it was just showing our thumbnail the whole time. So I guess, but we had a lot of views on it. That wasn't a ton, I guess, but it
You
was
get
it was
credit for those
interesting.
hours?
No, unfortunately, it didn't really do anything for us, but it did make it look like I've been live for like 200 hours this month.
Well, that's
Um,
what I'm saying.
I mean, I only need 30 though, so it's like, like we didn't really do anything other than um, I guess there's a lot of people that knew what was going on, but yet the people that were viewing didn't have any problems using Rumble. It was just the people using the studio, which just sucked.
It's crazy.
Some people do this thing called direct RTTP. It's like the next level of podcasting. I don't know how to do it, but it's like you'd have to use a third party to get guests on the screen, and it's like a whole nother
Oh,
layer of difficulty.
yeah.
But it's much better, like
Yeah.
clarity and everything, much
I mean,
cleaner and
you use one of those third parties, don't you? Or no?
well, Rumble is technically not a third party since we're live on Rumble. So,
Is
if we
that
had to do it that way, we would have to. Well, no, you're right. I use OBS, but
OBS?
but
That's
I
what I
can't get you
yeah.
on the screen with OBS. We'd have to use some
Yeah.
other, even an extra, a fourth
Uh,
party.
Streamlabs and another one with a similar name. Greg uses one and Chicago Jim uses the other. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I
they
don't
all
know because
have.
I never used any of them. I am tech clueless on all that. Y'all do the technical stuff. I'm just here.
I mean, I like tech. I mean, it does. It's like it's funny because it has a connection to everything we do. So it's almost like you kind of have to know some parts of it, whether that's just using your phone nowadays or your vehicle or just functioning in life. It's like you kind of have to be okay with not only glitches, but being able to figure stuff out that you haven't messed with before. Like, where's the power button on this thing? Or, what's the. And so you might be tech averse, but you're more techie than a lot of people that I think are very afraid of it. Like people that don't want to leave Facebook is one example because they a lot of times I've heard it many times where it's like I don't know how to do it. Like what I have to do what, and so it's kind of
I'm
confusing.
everywhere though. Like if I'm on a platform, unless it massively sucks, I'm not leaving. You know what I mean? I said this. I think it was the week before last. I said, I'm on that one very blue platform, and it just nailed my
Mm-hmm.
name down. I didn't know that it was going to be like that when I joined.
Test.
It was just to, be on there because other people were on there, and then I found out it's the agenda is quite not the direction I want to go. So I was like, yeah, I just deleted that app.
Yeah. Um, I had a friend of mine made a post recently that said, only go to blue farmers. And I was like, what's a blue farms? And I was like, what's a blue farm? I mean, I kind of I made assumptions in my head, but I wasn't
Yeah.
going, like let it play out, see what he says. Well, he said it's farmers that didn't vote for Trump. And I was like, well, that doesn't sound right. And I didn't, I said, my response
Well, we
was,
just want to
well,
eat.
yeah, well, my response exactly. I said, well, I'd rather go to the farmer that knows what he's doing over
Yep.
like trying to figure out his political opinions. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of sad. I'm like, well, I get the frustration and stuff. It's like, is that still a blue farm like next year or two, like 3 years from now? Like, what does that mean? Does it just mean, you
I'm going to
know,
go to the farm that is doing things in a manner that I approve of. That's the
yeah,
best way to say it. And so that starts with, are you feeding your animals correctly? Are you um, taking care of the plants correctly?
Best
Or are
practices,
you
right?
saturating everything with glyphosate? Is it sustainable without poisoning me? That's number one. At that point, I don't care who you voted for. Just don't poison me. you know?
Right.
But if
Like
they are decidedly anti everything else that I stand for, then I'm not likely to support,
right. If they're like
you
big
know?
outspoken people about it is one thing. Another thing is if they just happen to vote differently than me, but they have run a good farm. Like great.
Yeah,
But let's be real honest about it. I would guess, let's just my opinion here, but I think it's backed up a little bit. I would guess most farms are not blue. I would say a majority of them are not. That's just a guess. Yeah.
correct. I believe so. I believe
Yeah.
so.
And it's like
It
I'm not,
just
not
isn't
to
blue.
we're getting a little spicy in the beginning today, but like, it's nothing that's not like thought of. Like think about it, rural
Pearl clutching.
versus
Oh
yeah,
my.
rural versus urban. I mean, we know this is
Did you
this
hear
is
what
the
they said? I'm logging off.
that is the voting lines today.
Working.
The voting lines are rural versus urban, basically,
Yeah, it's
right?
true. It's
You
true.
might be,
Look at
you might
where
be.
look
Go
at
ahead.
even where I live. This okay, so for anybody who doesn't know this, San Bernardino County is the largest county in the entire United States. It's huge. And people think of LA, they're like, "Oh, LA County. Oh, No,
LA.
this is the largest county. And it includes so much desert area. And I will tell you from experience living here, most of the people in the desert areas, they're not voting blue. They're just not.
And even
During
if
all
they're
of the
not,
lockdowns,
or not
yeah,
voting at
they're
all, maybe
they tend to
some of
lean
them.
like maybe they're Kennedy Democrats, which cool. You know, During the lockdowns, we went up to the Mojave to do some off-roading in 2020 when everybody was still freaking out like, "Oh my god, I need to wear a mask." Even us, because we didn't know, you know? We got
Right.
out to the desert, and as mad as we were about it, we're wearing masks because we made a stop to go into this set of shops, like a truck stop, travel stop, and we walk in and we're like, we're the only ones wearing masks. This is stupid, because no one in the desert gave a shit. They didn't care.
Right.
Because why? We live in the desert, we know what the sun does to viruses and stuff on
Hmm.
certain nobody
Well,
was wearing.
plus, like when you live out there remotely, you aren't worried about some politician coming to save you. Like you got to
Correct.
deal. It's more on you. It's more individual.
Survival oriented, all of that, yeah, very independent people,
I tried to
which
square my
I get
box
on.
up to like match the size of your box. I'm trying. I'm working on it. It's slow. It's very slow. Um,
And, I mean, we're desert adjacent, basically. I mean, y'all, you see me fanning myself periodically, hoping I'm not, like, interfering with my mic. Let me know if it sounds
nah,
breezy. Okay, cool. Because it's
sounds good
bad
this week.
today. It's real bad today because we were supposed to be 1 week ago, you remember I ran out of here to go camping,
Hello.
right?
And Waylon.
So, it was, um it looked like we were supposed to have 80s and 90s right after I got back, right? I went to sleep in my tent up there. I woke up Thursday morning, looked at the forecast, and went, because it all turned triple digits for 10 solid days. And I went, no, no. It was like,
Yeah.
what was the point of me coming up here? So right now, it finally flipped again. But it's going out with a bang because today is going to be at least 107 degrees. This is the
Okay.
worst day yet.
But you're back at home at least, even though that's hot there. But being in a tent
That's the problem.
would be
That's
the.
the problem. No. I mean,
I think it'd
so
be
here's the complication. Here's the complication. I could leave, but yeah, if it's 107, 108 here, it's going to be in the 90s up there. 7,400 feet. It's still going to be too hot, and I'm outside. You are correct on that. Yeah. But
you're a little
also,
better, but not much.
like, I gotta, like, as soon as we're done here, I gotta go get some ice packs for the kennels
Mm,
before we hit peak temperature because 108 is very, very hot for those babies out there.
yeah.
So the ones inside, they can lay in front of a fan, they can lay on the linoleum, in the coolest room in the house where the AC is blown, they'll be okay, but the kennels is a different story, and so I
Hmm.
can't bail out. I'm gonna go see
What
a
do you do with
movie.
the ice?
What I was doing for a while was saturating sponges and freezing them, and then putting, like, a mat over it so they could lay on that.
Huh.
But I don't have time,
That
so
wouldn't
I'm just
last
gonna
very
buy
long either.
ice. It
Yeah.
actually lasts longer than you would think, and I
Hmm.
would cycle them out in the and they freeze pretty fast because it's a sponge instead of a
What about
block.
it might kind of sound funny outside, but what about a fan? A big
They
like a
have a fan. They have a fan, yeah.
you could rig
So,
up like ice to the with the fan. Like
possible.
there's little like
I'm gonna
little
look for
rigs that you could
block
set up.
ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, block ice. And they make cooling mats, and they've got those, but, like, I actually need to pick up some new ones because they get ratty and,
Hmm.
because 'cause they'll go, "Ooh, this is cool to claw." Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
Wow.
cooling mat helps, but the cooling mat goes over the ice, and yeah.
Huh.
So I've got
That's
my work
helpful.
cut out for me today.
How many
Just
animals do you
shave them
have?
all.
Can you use fans in the kennels in addition to ice?
See, yeah,
Yeah,
she
like I
said
said, I
she
have a
typed
fan,
that
yeah.
before I said it.
I know.
Hi,
Um,
Susan and
I
Hi.
Rose.
have
Hello, ladies.
6 that I adopted. 3 of my male cats have, grade 4 heart murmur. 2 of those have an enlarged heart. One
Mm,
of those
my
was in heart failure.
wow.
It'll be
Put the
4
ice
years
on
in
the table.
December, and he
We
was
do that
given a
for ourselves
6-month
when we sit
optimistic
outside.
prognosis.
Yeah.
So he's doing really well, but it's 2 meds
Yeah.
twice a day for the rest of his life.
That's how my dog
So I
was.
can't have them
Yeah.
distressed, right? I
Yeah,
can't
he
have them
was like
distressed.
that, and I wouldn't be able to leave him
Yeah.
out for too
Hey,
long.
Rose.
Yeah.
And
You
in
know
the
what's funny?
kennels,
He
there's
was
6
smiling.
more.
Hi,
Oh,
Denise.
wow.
Yeah.
I know my boy was smiling down on me recently because
Oh.
I turned over and said I was telling Sprouty good boy, and I said good boy Dookie,
Hi, Lila
and
Rose.
I was like, oh,
I've had times where I called Piglet squirrel, and I was
it was
like,
the only time it's happened. This first time, it's
you
like
know? It's just
Yeah.
like, it's
it
so
struck
weird, I'll
me.
say it, and Jim looks at me weird, I'm all, "Oh my god, did I say squirrel?" I
It
mean, he
struck me.
was in my life for 18 years,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Duke was I think 14, maybe 13. So, and
It's a
for a
long time.
Pomeranian, that's
That's very long, yeah, Pomeranians are those
that's a
smaller
sad.
dogs, those breeds, right? They don't live as long,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
I don't think so, but what's sad about we're getting way off topic, but it's sad about like larger dogs that I guess used to live way longer. I heard golden retrievers are like 10 years is like their
Yeah.
max now, and it used to be 20. That's
And I
crazy.
think with
We
the
could
big
actually
ones like Great Danes, I think they're kinda short too, right?
Yeah, and like they
No
have
pun
more
intended.
problems, hip dysplasia and stuff like that.
Yes.
They have more problems, but I think a lot of it has to do with our food. And to get back to the point of
Mhm.
the show is like, yeah, the food we can see it in them, and we think we're fine. We think, oh, well, let me
We're
just go
not.
ahead and get that the same food I've been eating.
And what do you do? Like, what can you afford? Because like,
Right,
pet food health is totally valid here.
but
This
it's so
is
much more
yeah.
pricey than the dried like
Like, I
pieces of
was feeding
cardboard or whatever.
Squirrel frozen raw food his last 2 years because I knew about it by then. But
Hmm.
I got 6, I can't do that. And you can't put frozen raw food in a dispenser and leave for a couple days.
Yeah. Even
So,
making it
kibble it
yourself,
is.
it's like it's more expensive, or it's not more expensive. It costs more time. It's the big thing.
Yeah.
It costs time. You have to cook it and then
Friskies, for
package it.
some odd reason, is very appealing for them. I learned that when I was doing TNR trapping. Friskies wet food will draw just about anything into a trap, and then I tried the kibble, and they were all about that.
And these are
And to be
rescues, right?
honest,
Or these are
yeah.
you're trying to home them.
Yeah, in
That,
fact, I finally have a bite on, one of my friends who I think she's in Virginia, one of my friends on X. She's interested in adopting one of the kennel babies, and
uh,
she's willing to fly me out with it.
give me
Yeah.
1 second here, Denise. Thank you for the 100 stars.
So I just have to get one of them socialized and ready for that.
You probably couldn't see it,
Um,
but I played the dancing
I just
bananas.
saw the videos.
You couldn't see it. I actually saw it this time, but typically, like
I saw it.
since that error last week, I can't see anything I play except for that. It
Wow,
worked. I don't know what it was.
weird.
Anyway,
I saw
yeah,
it
so
though,
much.
so yeah. But yeah,
Very
they're all
weird. Huh.
socialized for me, but I need to socialize them for other people,
Right.
and I need to test to see how well they each travel, because then we gotta make a decision which one is she adopting. Yeah.
Well, and this is where I'm getting at is it's a bit different you taking on the responsibility of pets
Hey, Waylon.
versus you taking on the responsibility of trying to rescue pets. I could totally see the difference, and I think it's justified that hey, you're giving them kibble, you're giving them something, you're keeping them alive more so than they would have been, and
Yep.
helping them more so than anyone else did. So while I say
Hi,
yeah, they
Kayla.
need better food, but I also get that you know
Hey,
you've got
Tala.
overwhelming amount of mouths to feed. Like it wasn't necessarily your choice to say, hey, this is my
Hey,
baby now, this
Denise.
is my
This is a
kid.
saying in the
You
rescue
know,
community, "Meow Mix is better than starvation."
yeah.
People actually say that, literally, because
But
Meow Mix is low end, but I gotta tell you, like, Special
Hey,
Kitty is
Alice.
affordable, but if you
for like a
smell it,
couple pets,
it almost smells like stale oils and grain. Like, you can tell it's low
special
grade.
kitty is that supposed to be
Yeah,
like a more
house brand at
natural?
Walmart. House
Oh, I
brand at
see.
Walmart,
I
yeah.
see.
So it's cheaper, and that's a lot of the time what I feed the colony, but here's what I gotta do.
The
I
colony,
mix some of the well, yeah, I've got a colony on top of the kennel. You
the
know,
cat
I've
colony.
got 5 right now that are colony cats. I've lost a few. Um,
Oh
they
wait,
don't live as
I
long
thought you just
outside.
meant that as like a comment to say you have a lot of cats. Like, what do you
Oh,
mean
no,
by
I'm a colony
colony?
caretaker.
What does
I'm a
that
colony
mean?
caretaker. They're
Hey,
they're
Kayla.
feral, they're outdoor. Yeah.
Oh,
That's where my adoptions and rescues came from.
oh,
So they're all related. I've got the 2 oldest boys in here, and, like, they're brothers from 2 different litters, and then 2 of their nieces and a nephew, actually 2 nephews. They're all related, and this is one of the reasons I did the TNR. Stop the reproduction because there are genetic
hmm,
defects in the colony. That grade 4
right.
heart murmur is a problem. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is
So,
bad.
I mix a little bit of Friskies in with the special kitty, so we're cutting the cost as much as I can because I
Hmm,
don't get donations often enough. It's
right.
hard. Yeah.
Well,
So it makes
my
it
thing is
appealing at
though
least.
the heart murmur though I think, and I'm not 100%, but I think I felt like that I gave that to my dog by feeding him the dry kibble his whole life, and or maybe from other just from not knowing the real health of the animals, and so it's almost like we're perpetuating it.
It's a genetic defect.
Oh, I see. So maybe
You
not
know, and I mean,
necessarily.
it's hard because you always wanna look for, like, a reason, and automatically, you always blame yourself too. It's like, "Oh
Hmm.
god, did I not do enough?" You know? But, I've had to learn to go, "I'm doing the best I can. This one and this one would be dead already if I left them outside. I know
Right.
that. Piglet would have been obstructed, he would have eventually suffocated or his heart would have stopped. Um, Shadow would have died because his heart would have stopped." I think that's what happened to one of their brothers because I saw him ill, but he was completely feral, I couldn't touch him. So he was creeping around looking ill and then disappeared one day. I lost one of the outdoor colony members to the same thing Batgirl has, feline resorptive lesions. He couldn't chew anymore. But at the point where I saw what was happening, I couldn't I couldn't trap him and do anything. I couldn't even put him down because
Right.
he wouldn't eat, which means he's not gonna go in a trap after food. It's very difficult to manage a colony. It's not easy. Um, but I do it because, I've raised every single one of them. Every single cat on this property has had eye and sinus infection from the rhinotracheitis virus that required antibiotics. Every single one of them had it as kittens.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I mean you have to get into like longer term observation of like how we've like the whole bloodline, how it's been treated for a long time, and I think we it's the kibble thing has been around for
It contributes,
I
yeah.
don't know 50 years or so. So we just I think a lot of it here's a big problem with people and pets is that we get into owning a pet with a certain cost in mind, and now all of a sudden in the last 5-10 years we have
Has
been.
raided this stream.
Hey,
Hey,
Divinity, thank you for the raid. I really
welcome.
appreciate that. Thank you, Raiders.
Thank
Welcome in.
you.
But since we have switched over to this kibble that we now know is bad, we're now finding out that owning a pet has a different cost number than what we originally thought. And so you
Hi,
have a
Edie.
ton of people who maybe got into having a pet, a dog, or whatever, thinking that you just get them the bag, you get them kid, like it's just a easy, no problem, and you can,
Eh.
but then you end up with other medical problems a lot of
Yep.
times, and so it's a cycle that we're
And you
trying
know
to
what?
break now.
I knew the potential because I went through it with Squirrel at the end of his life, but it never occurred to me when I started doing this that I could end up with multiple cats with severe health conditions
Right. You don't
young.
imagine that. That's crazy. Like you
At
think,
2 years old, heart failure. Are you kidding me? I never heard of that.
yeah, that's crazy.
What?
The most
I
I heard
just
of
got him.
as a kid, we had these kittens that from the womb
Welcome
they
Divinity
couldn't
143.
walk. They had their back legs. I
Lila
forgot what
Rose,
The
that is.
swimmers.
hey.
Swimmers.
Yeah,
God
they were
bless
just
yo
like they could
all.
crawl with their front legs, but
Yeah.
their back legs were
Well,
yeah.
sometimes they're paralyzed, but also there's the ones that they call swimmer babies that their legs splay out. Now that can be corrected. They
This was
can
something that
strengthen their
couldn't be
legs.
corrected. They ended up dying. We
Oh,
buried them
wow.
in the backyard. They were little babies.
Mm.
Yeah, that's sad. But hey, listen, I have an hour now since my
Yeah.
son goes to junior high now. The time has changed,
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't have to get off at an hour. I just have to make sure I can run up and get him out off the bus.
Okay.
So I do want to get through a bunch of the stuff that we've been saving up, and I got some other things that I
That we
can't
missed
wait to
last
get to.
week.
Well, that's what we're going to start at. I just mean the list has gotten so long now. I got so many fun things to look at, but we're not going to get through them all, obviously. So
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, we ended on I think this video here with the AI car testing. But this is the video I'm about to play that I couldn't wait to show you because it is hip mobility a hip mobility test. So I think you'll be interested in this, guys. Rumblers, if you're just coming in, please hit the like button and please do that repost. It really helps us out to do the repost. And shout out to my mom. I sent her the live stream, but today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Mama! If she
Hmm.
comes in, I'll have to play her a little MC harmonica. Okay.
And any of my followers on X, if you join us on Rumble or YouTube, the links are below on this post.
Oh, thanks.
You can get into the live chat if you're interested in that.
Yeah, everybody's got YouTube. You can at the very
B-Bunny
least
55
go
Alice
jump over
Martin.
there if you want us to see you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. I posted a picture of the birthday cake a few days ago. She had a birthday party, so it was good. Okay, this guy looks pretty
Happy
wild,
birthday, Mama.
but he's got some interesting techniques for you guys to give it a try if you're interested to see how your hip mobility is doing.
That's how I'm sitting right now.
Right, like that is the test. If you can't do that, there's a problem. All right,
I'm
here we go.
hypermobile, so I can actually put my knee lower.
Oh yeah, you probably can go too far.
This is how you check if you have bad hip mobility. As long as you can sit on a chair like this, cross one leg like this, and it's flat on both sides, you're fine. But
You're
if you just failed
fine.
this test and only one side can be flat, you need to start doing these hip stretches every day. Place one knee on a chair like this, and then bend your body forward. Place your knee on the chair like this, and bring your knee down to the ground.
Oof.
Finally, bring one leg behind your body like this, bring your elbows to the ground, and hold this position. But if you're one of those people who loves to exercise but never stretch your hips out, this is how you check if you have bad hip mobility.
I know it's bad.
Well, but he gave you some things that you could try to do to maybe improve
Hi,
it.
God bless.
It wasn't
You know,
just
it's interesting.
Yeah.
This is not
Hey, Margaret.
simply a problem of
Hey, God bless.
flexibility. There's a lot of misunderstanding in this. So,
Post in
as I
comments.
said, hypermobile, right? So you would think that I could just always flat
Jason.
palms on the floor, right? However, what happens with hypermobility is your body's aware that you can go into a range that's not appropriate and you get what's called muscle guarding. So I have difficulty with flat palms on the floor. I have to be very careful. I have to warm up. I have to
Did you say flat
you're
palms?
yeah, on the floor.
Oh, like for the
Straight
push
legs.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
No, just like bend over and put your palms flat on the floor.
Oh, I
Queen
see.
Rumblers.
When I've
Hi,
worked up
Jason.
to it, I can, but the muscle guarding is a nervous system issue. And your nervous system
Defense
is gonna
mechanism,
react.
kind of.
Yeah, it's gonna clamp down with muscles and not let you, because you actually can passively go into that range, but if you try to put your body in a position, the muscles guard and you can't do it.
Alice Martin.
Hmm.
So
I think I've had that
one of
happen.
the
Never heard
yeah,
of it, but
I'm
yeah.
sure. Well, I'm sure you have though, because like we've talked about some issues around that. So one of the
Mhm.
ways to fix that is what he's talking about here is not just the passive flexibility. I think he's doing stretches right now, but the real thing is mobility. That strength in
Yes.
the outer
Thank
range
you
of
for
motion.
repost.
So being able to pick up your knee and rotate it to the outside as far back as you
Alice
can and
Martin.
bring it down. Controlled articular rotation. That's a mobility exercise. You do that with your feet and ankles.
I do that,
So when you
yeah.
strengthen it, that helps. Yeah.
I have an ankle problem now, or a foot problem on one side. We've talked about it before, but what's really weird about it is that I can run, but walking into like the grocery store hurts. Like I have to limp a little bit when I walk
Where's
into
the pain?
on the top of my foot where I
The
kicked it. I
Indoor
think it's like
Farmer.
my tendons and stuff that I damaged. That I think it's similar to my shoulder,
Okay.
where the more I work it out, the more I use it, the
Hey,
better.
Margaret.
It doesn't feel like a injury that I need to baby. I did for a few days.
It's
We
the
talked about
lumbago
that.
syndrome. Joint
Lumbago.
issues.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sciatica. When I
Lumbago
Um,
squat,
syndrome.
I end up not being able to bend
you
over or stand without
probably
help.
Huh.
Same when I drive as well as
I haven't heard of
swelling.
that.
Hey, Jason.
lumbago, yeah, it's low back. Wait,
No, that's lumbar.
sciatica.
Lumbago. Oh, so she is talking
It's
about
an
bending.
it's an archaic
Yeah.
term. Sciatica. So, it's really hard to explain and demonstrate what, like, because like we're like this. But let me tell you this. So, if you're
E-Bunny
sit on the
55.
edge of a seat, edge of a chair, bench, whatever. I'm on my plyometric jump box. The affected leg where the sciatic nerve is, straighten that leg and put your heel on the floor with the toe up, right? And what you're gonna do is not just lean forward and stretch. That's not enough. I learned this trick. This is so amazing.
Hmm.
You're gonna bring your scapula back, squeeze them, arch your back, and then lean forward. Don't push it hard. Just lean forward a little bit until you feel a little bit of a stretch. Hold that for at least 30 seconds. I promise you, when you release, the pain goes away. It's
Whoa,
crazy.
whoa, whoa! Is this
Now you
like
might
when
have
the
to do it
boys?
again.
Is this like when the boys used to ask girls to like touch their elbows to their back? Is that what that
No,
is?
no,
I bet you can't
no.
touch your elbows to your back.
This is a physical therapy quick fix that is amazing. I never had any PT ever teach me anything up to 58 years old. This is like about a year ago, maybe 57, 58. Nobody ever gave me anything
I'll
that would
try that.
relieve sciatica, and this does it. Now, it might only help for several seconds when you first start doing it. Give yourself a minute, do it again. Just keep doing that throughout the day. Every time you interrupt that pain signal and get a little bit of relief, you get improvement, and eventually it's going to ease up. It's
I still
amazing.
do that exercise that you told me about with my chin, and I try to do this with it.
Yep. Tuck the chin in,
And it does
turn the weight
help,
over.
but with my
It's
neck,
like this.
my one vertebrae is sticking out, and so what I've actually found recently, what helps is to do the neck rotation, but hold that side almost like
Yeah.
I'm keeping the
You want to
vertebrae
do those
pushed
very
in.
carefully and slowly, though. Like
Yeah, I usually go
when I
slower.
was studying Tai Chi, that was one of our warm ups was the head rotation like this, but
I
it
have
wasn't
to
the
do
first
this
one
though,
we did. But you do it very slowly, very carefully, very gently.
and
Yeah.
it does feel like it's like popping back in. Actually, it does feel better though, which
Yeah,
is
but you
which
wanna
is
be
good.
very gentle with that. That's
Oh
because you
yeah.
can do a lot of damage. The neck
Well,
is delicate in some ways.
and they don't tell you that throughout, like when I was younger in athletics, in the military. It's like, okay, we're stretching out, ready to exercise. All right, do the neck rotation. Okay, do this. And like no one says, hey,
Yes.
be careful or anything. It's just like, all
Protect
right,
the
I'm doing
neck,
my,
yeah.
all right, here we go. We got the hips going. Okay, the
That's
neck and the
another Tai Chi
knees. And
warm up.
yeah, well, all the
It's so funny,
joints.
because we used to do those, that hip rotation with your legs straight, it's big circles and again,
Mhm.
gentle, and I laughed so hard that, my Sifu, she would have me come up front and be the example student because I
Right.
was advanced, right? So beginners, would be in there. And there was a girl that eventually she just set me with her and said, "Advanced student, you correct her form." And I went,
Mhm.
"That's trust."
I mean, it's
But this
bringing
girl came
you.
in there and we were doing that particular warm up, and she's doing hip rotations, but she looked like she was in a nightclub. It was not the same.
What's that called? The twerk out? She was twerking out over there. All right.
Pretty much. I was like, that is technically a hip rotation, but baby, you're yeah.
She's like, "Ns, ns, 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 ns."
Pretty much.
Okay, so I wanna keep it moving here, because this next one's pretty serious. It was shared by Apothecary, but she shared it from Dr. Dawn Michael. Says when my father had
Valid.
stage 4 cancer, we took time to a clinic in Mexico where they gave him high doses of vitamin C and it began to shrink his tumors. That was 20 years ago, and the same treatment was banned in the United States. So let's listen to what this guy has to say. I think he's talking about the vitamin
IV
C.
vitamin C.
B bunny
Yes.
Yeah,
55.
it is huge, but they are like for some reason it's been banned or reduced in use or whatever. And I think partly maybe because vitamin C can't be patented, maybe that I don't know,
You can do
but we'll see.
alternative, but your insurance won't cover it.
Well, let's see what he says. Nicholas, this is from Nicholas Hilscher, MPH.
These advanced cancer patients, all of them received high
Wow, that voice. Anyway,
dose IV vitamin C, ranging
I
from
wasn't
about
gonna say it.
25 grams twice a week to 75 grams twice a week. And all these patients, they experienced long-term remission of their advanced metastatic cancers with the IV vitamin C. One of them didn't receive anything, just received the vitamin C. And you'll see her lung tumors before, they're called cannonball tumors in her lungs. She took the vitamin C. And then a few months later, the cannonball tumors disappeared, and her remission lasted for 4 years. We had 2 other cases there. One of them received radiation, so it wasn't just the vitamin C. One of them had surgery and also vitamin C. But those 2 individuals, their remission lasted for 9 to 10 years. There's hundreds of studies showing vitamin C has potent anti-cancer effects in the body through 4 major mechanisms. The main one is basically supercharging your immune cells to fight off a cancer, and the other main one is literally the vitamin C induces what's called oxidation in selectively cancer cells and eliminates them. We even had a randomized trial come out recently. It doubled the survival time in stage 4 pancreatic cancer patients.
by the way, I just want to say 28 July, so this is fairly new.
And so they lived twice as long as those who didn't get the vitamin C.
So that's, I mean, take it with what you will. If you guys have
Cheers.
somebody out there that has cancer or yourself, I don't know why you wouldn't be looking at everything possible. Like I know a guy, one of my sponsors has cancer, and
I'll have to
we
come back
have.
in a few. I gotta finish mowing my lawn before it gets too hot.
All right, you better drink water, girl. Drink water. I know you're out on the
Electrolytes
West
too.
Coast. Yeah,
Run,
that
run, run.
too. Yeah. I put salt in my water. I put a
That
little
helps
bit of
some, but
little
it's
bit of
not the
gray
only
salt.
electrolyte. Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, I've heard people say, "Oh, just throw a little salt in your
Potassium,
water, you're fine."
magnesium, sodium, chloride. You need all of the above.
Okay, Lila Rose.
I wonder if there's a way to mineralize my RO water better than just salt. 'Cause I drink RO
Electrolyte
water.
powder.
Where?
Oh, all right. Well, that's true.
I
Actually
buy
have
electrolyte powders. Yeah.
I have this here from one of
Cheers.
my old sponsors, SunMed, Hydrate. It's a electrolyte,
Yep.
broad spectrum
Hi,
cannabis
Diane.
plus
Because I'm
electrolyte.
not promoting Gatorade. It's nasty.
Sure. Calcium,
Um,
potassium, chloride, sodium, magnesium, vitamin B6, uh, niacin, vitamin B12.
It's got a lot of unnecessaries in there. See, with electrolytes, you may need to dose more than once if it's a very hot day and you're pouring sweat. And then you
Yeah.
don't want to overdo the B
And
vitamins.
it's like lime
So
flavor. I don't really use it
if
much.
you want
Might be.
pre-made, my recommendation is body armor because they do
Okay.
have some that are Um, they have
I can.
stevia. They've
Oh,
got
okay.
2 different ones, so,
Not a
look at the
stevia
label
guy
and
though.
see what agrees. I know I don't like it either, but I will say
have
this, as far as stevia sweetened stuff, it's not gross like some of them. It doesn't taste weird, and I'm not super pro on the processed stevia, but if you can't have a lot of sugar, there
Right.
is that option. Yeah, and
I
they
don't
do
see it.
actually make a Body Armor water.
There's
Yeah.
no expiration on this.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's still good.
it might have been on
Hi,
the well,
Denise.
I mean, it's not gonna spoil,
I've had it for a very long time,
It
so
probably was on a plastic wrap on the outside.
I mean I've used it a couple times. So I have opened it. Um, ew, oh, just kidding. It smells like a lime in there. Anyway, vitamin C. Like I knew vitamin C was important, and I've been eating more. I try to eat peppers. I like peppercini peppers, and I eat them just for fun here and there. And
Yep.
that may not be the be all end all of what I need, but peppers, hot peppers, actually have a very very high vitamin C content. You don't think about it. You think oranges, vitamin C. That's not really the case.
Peppers. Peppers are best, yeah.
I
Same
have
thing with,
more.
like, everybody thinks bananas when you say potassium. Get some avocados. Get
Oh, really?
some beets. They actually
Yeah.
have more potassium.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
think bananas. Yep. Interesting. I wonder why that is, and it's funny because no matter what vegetable or fruit you pick, there'll be people who champion it and people who will say it's not good, like it's not good for you even. For instance, like people, well, those are good examples, really. Potassium. There's another
Mhm.
one I was thinking of too. People like potatoes. We talked about that before. Potatoes, people demonize, but there are ways to prepare them better, properly, or
Yes.
whatever. Like, and it's just
Refrigerate
like,
for 24 hours after cooking,
oh,
yeah.
corn is another one. Corn and bread, and people will say, "Oh, there's you do get some things out of
I
it. It
don't
is
do
good for
well
you."
with corn.
And I'm like, corn is just
Mm.
feed, in my opinion. And I
I
had
can I
somebody.
can I can do homemade tortillas because they're made with the masa, which is nixtamalized. I can digest that okay, but if it's not nixtamalized, I can't. Yeah.
All right, I need to go over here to the foods book where I have my other saved items.
Jalapenos.
We are at 45 minutes, you guys. 53 people in here. I appreciate y'all coming in. Make sure you follow the channel, follow Tala. Go check us out on X if you haven't, if you're not on X yet. I'm thinking about signing. I'm thinking about getting into TikTok, Tala.
Yes.
I'm thinking
I'll be your
about it.
first follower. Create the
I'm
account,
just
send me the
like,
link.
I don't know. I feel like I'm compromising my convictions and or
Look,
something. Like I just, you know,
I'm gonna give you the line that I give everybody.
Hello.
Social media is 2 things. What you bring to it, what you make of it.
what you get out of it. Yeah,
Some of us on TikTok are serious content creators. So yeah, when you create an account, because I'm gonna say you are, send me the link. I'll be your first follower.
Hello,
There's a
Wayne
couple
and
other people
Tala
trying to
and
get me in there
everyone.
too. One of my other sponsors and our friend Shauna that comes on.
There's
Um,
good things there. You just have to be very selective. That's all.
yeah, well, I'm on Clapper, which I can't say is any better
Hey,
morally.
Andrew.
Definitely
I don't
worse
know
to
anything
be.
about that one.
Clapper is like they say it's like TikTok for adults, meaning like with adult content. Like I post my
TikTok
videos of
has adult
plants
content, but
well, okay, like I post videos and the same videos that I would post on TikTok, and I think it was like
Hey,
2,000
Andrew.
views on this video of me walking outside to my plants. There's 600 views on my aquaponics system from a couple days ago. That's not
more of
crazy
this,
views, but that's
more
more
of
than I
this.
get on Facebook for like
Yeah,
a portion of the following. Like it's
that's
Hello,
true.
crazy.
Alice
Yeah.
and D Bunny.
I
And
Um,
Sarah.
that's what I judge every other site on is if it seems to be more I don't know what the right word is, advantageous, more
yeah,
reach for me than I'm getting on a place where I have higher amount of followers. Like
yeah,
that tells you that place sucks, and you got to look around. Plus,
yeah.
you
I've
also
been on.
gather followers over the years. You gather so many that never come back. They just
Yeah,
hit the
true.
follow to help to like make you feel good for a second, or like make themselves feel good, or whatever, or think they're helping you, but never ever even think about coming back. And it's like that doesn't help. That's big old number of people not ever coming. Like that's just not. Anyway,
I think I've been on TikTok for at least 2 years now. It's been a while. And I was kind of like, yeah, I'll explore
Hey,
it.
Andrew.
But like I said, when I start on a platform, I don't just bail out.
Hey,
It
Dawn.
has to be wretched for me to leave, obviously. It
Right.
has to be no benefit. But I actually enjoy it. It's not a platform that I scroll and watch a lot on, to be perfectly
Sure.
clear. That is a platform where I create, I post, and I log out. Okay?
Hmm.
I'm not there for whatever else. The
You don't have all
only
these
exception
expectations of
being
growth there and stuff.
I
Yeah.
will watch other speed baggers because I've been there a
Sure.
while and all of a sudden, like instead of there being maybe 2 or 3 of us, now there's a bunch of speed baggers who got into it. It made me very happy. But
Or
the
you just
truth
get more
is, I
connected
mean,
over time.
most of us are on Instagram. So I view most of their stuff there. So it would be duplicating to watch it on TikTok.
Let's
You
see
know
if
what I'm
it's on
saying?
Clapper.
Well, we
Speed
follow each
bagging.
other there, so yeah.
The first
Mostly
thing
I
I
like to
first thing I see when I open
repost.
Clapper, just this girl.
Oh
That's not
my
nipples,
god.
but that's not nipples. That was a bikini top. But it's like the first thing you see when you open it, like that's all it is. But then on my page, you go to my
Wrong
page
kind of
and
adult.
you just see plants and things, my wet planties everywhere, and then it's like they don't seem to.
Hello,
But I'm
hello,
gonna
buddy.
search. I'm gonna
Yeah,
search
that's the thing.
for
If you look
speed
at
bag.
mine, yeah, I mean it's all my message videos, selfie videos, if you want to call it that. I hate that terminology, but yeah,
There's one guy named Speedbag Man. Oh hey, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
interesting.
there's a lot of speed baggers. That's just the start of it. Like it,
Wonder if I know him.
I don't know who
Um,
all is on here, but they're doing some speed bagging.
I bet if he, well, I don't know if he'd be on there. The two that I think there's three that actually have a huge following. Uh,
If you were gay,
Scissor
it'd be a really
Hands,
good name.
Scissor Hands,
People do the
which
same thing on FB. They
is
just
kind
want
of
followers.
Yeah, it's
Then
I'll
weird.
be honest, he's kind of
never
elitist, like, he doesn't follow very many of us, like, he will ignore people, but
Hmm.
he's a very good speed bagger, he's excellent, we all acknowledge that. My buddy
Sometimes
Zach,
that's all you need. Excellence in something.
Zach is very friendly, speed bag skunk, and I don't know how many platforms he was on, but he's very, very good. He won the contest in
Speed
Massachusetts.
bag skunk. Oh, that was him.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you'd like him because yeah, that is why his name is
Ah,
That's
gets
exactly
he gets
why.
he gets in the zone,
That's what the
so to
reference
speak.
is, yeah.
Yeah, he gets
You
right in
see
the
if you
zone.
see video of him doing 2 speed bags at once, dude is blazed. He's not looking at anything.
Now, if you give him a chair, he could do 4. Just have him
You
sitting
would like him a
down.
lot, and he's very
Yeah.
funny. He's a comic as well.
Well, I should
He's got
maybe
a
try to get
huge
him
I love
on.
following.
watching you guys on the
I'd love
big
to
screen.
have him on. I'm trying to get more guests
Yeah,
on.
I'm
I
gonna
was
find out if he'll
jaded.
do that.
I was jaded about guests for a long time because too many
We
times
had
getting
some bad
burned by guests saying they'd be here. Even guests, there was a couple times guests were in the studio and then left before the show started and never came. And
Oh my
just
god.
little things like that. And it's like, wow.
No wonder you
So,
like my consistency.
oh yeah, I mean, like I'm surprised. Like anybody that wants to stick with something long enough that shows they have consistency at all. Like I'm like, oh, let me cling to that
How long have I been
because
on here with you and I haven't missed a single week except
I
when we
wish
crash?
one thing I regret is that we don't do episode numbers because I feel like it's kind of
Yeah.
I feel like it was supposed to be kind of a news based show around health, and I thought news is going to be more topical for that day and not necessarily like a
Let's
year from now. We
let's
could
start
start.
let's start 2027 and put 2027 episode 1 in January.
We could start episode
Let's
one
do that.
next week if we wanted to.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I would like to
Um,
figure out like when did I start?
well, I would have to guess at least 50 episodes.
Wow.
Maybe not. Maybe not. That sounds
It's been less
excessive.
than a
It's
year though,
You think
I
it's been
think.
less than a year? I feel like
Maybe.
it's been close to a year, if not a little less. But
Yeah.
Wanted to stop
um,
in and say, have a lot to do today. Hope
Hi, D
everyone has a
Bunny.
wonderful day.
Denise, thank you for the $2 Rumble rate. You already gave me 100 stars, but I'll hit you with the bananas one more time. This time it's playing, but I can't see it.
I saw it. Such
That
flute.
D-Bunny55 says, wanted to stop in and say, have a lot to do today. Hope everyone has a wonderful day.
that is the
him, yeah.
D Bunny 55.
wow.
Streambot, we have a room full of beautiful people.
Said him. That was a heart emoji and a
Streambot,
peace
we have a
sign.
room full of
And
beautiful people.
that was him saying that. He was trying to translate the emojis that she
Streambot, we have a
placed.
room full of beautiful people.
And now Streambot's just reading Alice's comment
Have a
multiple
great day,
times.
Denise.
Wow, Streambot just went bonkers. But yeah, it's supposed to read anyone
Hey there,
who
MJ.
tips, but it also read her chat anyway, so like read it twice anyway. It's
You know
crazy.
what?
Hey, Andrew.
I'm gonna like. I don't know if he would. I don't know if he would get on camera. I'm gonna work on my mentor and ask him.
Yeah, like
Dude,
another
can we
time.
interview you?
We could talk
I'm
to
gonna
him
work on
off
him.
camera too. He could just be audio only if you wanted.
Yeah, because he's kind
It's
of
not as fun, but still
he's
better than
careful.
nothing.
You know,
Mhm.
he's real careful. But I just like I would like to have him tell his story.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
And also what's the word? Pertinent to the conversation, but there's another word, way to say that. Anyway,
Relevant.
relevant, that's it. Speaking of athletics though, and I think we talked about the apples being stored better, being able to take away the ones that have or you wrap them all up and stuff. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. That was a good practices to store apples and to get the bad ones out of the other ones and yada yada. That was a good story, but I don't remember if we looked at this, and I know we've looked at it a couple times in other ways, but we don't need to play the video. It's that suction cup that also has red light therapy involved.
Yeah.
That thing, I'm kind of interested to give it a try, but sucks so good is what it says. I'll just play it real quick. Why not?
Oh, that is probably the largest pimple I have ever had. The Smart Cupper by Revo. It uses
Smart
DP and
Cupper.
suction. It works.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this thing, but it's
It
interesting.
separates the muscle from the tissue. That allows blood flow and oxygen to enter in between there. Oxygen and more blood flow means faster recovery time. 10 different power settings. You can basically place this
10.
thing anywhere where you have inflammation. Put it right there on your lower back when you get home. I was spending hundreds to get this done by a professional every single month. Revo just put them on a huge flash sale. When you grab up the 3-pack, you're basically paying for 2 and get 1 for free with free shipping. Put my reorder in for my wife's sister and it said low stock. Oh, that is probably
Okay. It said low stock. I mean, you're not being paid to tell us about it with it coming from the company. Anyway, well, we can move on from that. But it's interesting, this cupping thing, but then they're adding the red light to it and stuff. I don't know. I'm wondering if it would help my shoulder or not. But speaking of
Maybe.
shoulders,
I don't know.
this
I don't
next
know how I feel
guy,
about it.
yeah. I mean, the red light I think is good, but the suction I guess has been
They do
being
cupping
used
at
for a
my
long time.
PT, but they
Yeah.
haven't approached me about it, and I think I would say no because it kind of creeps me out.
Like hickey. Like you're in a hickey or
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. It's
Hey, thank you, sweets.
like you're pulling blood out of those capillaries. Ugh.
Um,
Bruise.
yeah, but you're also like they said, separating the muscle from the tissue, which sounds kind of dangerous too. Like that
Yeah, I
doesn't seem like
don't
it should
know.
be happening. But speaking of shoulders, though, let me show you this next video. It's not super on topic, but kind of. I mean, this guy took a long time to figure this out and do it and practice it and make it happen. I don't know if there was any music to it, but is this AI reversed, fake, CGI? Blades of Chaos, real life. So he uses these are blades that a video game character uses where they're connected to these chains, like big knives that you can throw with the chain and still and be able to bring it back and stuff like
Like
that.
sharp nunchucks.
Kind of, yeah, but they're not connected to each other though. But as the video goes on, it shows how he did this.
No, just training skills and hard work.
Training skills and hard work. Let's shut that music off. But he starts with just sticks and rope, right? And gets better and better with this is in 2023, and then he kind of slowly starts getting different maneuvers down with it, because those are definitely not those are difficult to be able to wield and actually use it in combat.
I mean, he's
Like,
not
look at
going to be
that.
using something that's sharpened, but those are heavy, so you
But
can
yeah,
knock yourself.
but he could though. The more he gets the better he gets with it. Like you saw a second ago, he was actually throwing it out and coming and bringing it back and catching it, which is
Yeah.
look at that, like
It's
scary.
flashy.
It is, but I mean, he's literally just trying to mimic this character to
Yeah.
see if that's
It's
possible.
actually entertaining. Huh.
And I mean, he seems very athletic. He's trying to, I don't know
Yeah.
what those are, pads he's hitting, but clearly they're probably not sharpened. But I think at some
Yeah,
point
not for
he
practice.
gets
Yeah.
good enough.
It's just like at Ren Fair, we use what we call live steel because it is metal. The weapons are made, the pole arms and stuff, exactly like they would be for the 16th century. But we don't sharpen the edge because we're going and doing a battle pageant, which is a demonstration. We're not trying to actually slice each other up, But you
How
could
many
you could do some
hours?
damage because they're heavy.
Wonder how many hours that he trained for this.
Lots.
I wouldn't say he looks like he could like go into battle like this. I mean, somebody would probably still
It's
just
100 hours with anything like this before you start to gain some
that right
competence
there.
and
Wow.
feel a change.
Right.
I tested this with speed bagging. When I started, I tracked my hours. At 100 hours, something changed. It's true.
The pulling back, the part where he can pull it back into his hand, I think is the part that's pretty sweet. Like that took some just swinging around heavy things on a rope or a chain people
Yeah.
could do, but the part where he can get it back into his hand, that's pretty cool. Anyway, just a fun story. Oh, here's a young lady with the speed, martial speed. And since I muted that last video, it doesn't just start playing the next video automatically. But that was fun. This is another one, just a kind of a fun idea if you have issues at the beach.
Yikes.
Oh snap! But yeah, if you had,
That's an alarm in my phone.
man, the beach is a big deal to Tala. She's like
Raid!
right near the beach. Yeah, this is it's just a silly idea. If you bring a plastic bag to the beach, and you get a nice young lady to model it for you, you just do this. You just step in, and boom, now you're sort of clean, but she's still got.
She's standing on a towel with sand all over it. I've seen that before, though.
That's not sand. That's like just the color of the towel.
Oh, is it okay?
But then she steps on it with sand, so she does get sand on it right there.
Yeah.
But then she also then gets her toe back in the sand by accident. But anyway, it seems like
Redondo Beach has stations with not just a shower, but also a foot level
wash.
Yeah.
Well, that seems like something that you could do on a cheaper beach. That's like a lake beach or something.
Remote area, yeah.
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting. And then let's see this next thing. I believe it's a weighted vest that's got all sorts of.
This is the Pro 180 Slim from West Slope, and it's the best chest.
It's from West Slope. Let me. That's as big as it'll go.
Pack that you can take with you on adventures or running. This pack sits centered on your chest, keeping the weight off your hips, making it easier for adventures or running. It's got quick access pockets for your phone, your keys, your wallet.
If you notice, the phone was camera facing out, so you could almost use it as a body cam.
A snack, and even a 40-ounce bladder for hydration.
Carry
everything without feeling like you're carrying anything. This is the Pro 180 Slim from West Slope.
I like it, but I like to jog. If I'm jogging like I did today with the dogs, I got my
Looks
shirt
like
off.
A waste of time.
Not because I'm sexy, but because I'm killing two birds with one jog. Actually, three birds. I'm getting exercise, getting the dog some exercise, and I'm getting a little suntan while I'm out there. So, sorry, ladies. I guess that's not a thing for you, but you could still wear like what Tala's got on or something. Do you think? I don't know. It's a totally side question, but a lot of ladies think that either men shouldn't be allowed to be topless, or go the other way, and everyone should be allowed to be topless.
Well, this is an interesting topic because my brother actually is very, very into this issue. Now, Venice Beach has become very strange here just because of criminal element and stuff. I had a friend who got assaulted with bear spray right next to me there once. However, it used to be that it was a very open-minded environment where you could be, free speech and all of those things. And so there was an annual kind of demonstration, protest, whatever, where they went with what the law actually says. People think that it's illegal for a woman to be topless. It
Hmm.
may depend on your city, your county, or
It's
your
just
state,
immoral,
but
or
here
not
it's
immoral,
not
but
against the law.
I wouldn't call it immoral, but like it's just maybe lewd. I don't know what you would call it. It's maybe unusual to
Indecent
the point.
exposure, if anything, can be on the books, but you have to know the law for the area. And so
I used to say
most
that though.
women most women don't wanna do that because they don't wanna draw that kind of, you know,
Right.
but they would do this down there at Venice, and, the women who were doing that would put on pasties.
Sure.
So there was that, because I think that the law there actually covers that, no pun intended. So covers,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
they go right up to the edge of the law,
I
and I
like
mean,
boobies
right.
and doobies.
But
right? Andrew?
it's true that there's no California state law that says that a woman can't be topless, particularly on a beach. It's just most of us don't want to do that. I wouldn't want to, but there's that.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
I don't have problems with guys being topless. My mother, she's a little older, she's 86, she actually says, "Why is a guy walking around with his shirt off?" So she's
right.
more modest that way. Yeah, it's true.
Some
Your
guys,
mileage may vary, right?
right. And let's take into consideration if you're on a beach already, like regardless if you have the bathing suit on, you're a little more exposed anyway, regardless.
Yep,
Like,
yep.
but
And with
yeah,
some
it's
bathing
just
suits.
I brought it up because it's like I imagine wearing this vest with my shirt off is like that would suck. Like it would just be rubbing me raw, you guys. Speaking of
I mean,
raw,
chafing is an issue if you're a long distance runner.
oh yeah,
Guys included usually put Band-Aids
I was in
under their shirt.
yeah, I was in uh, cross country and track high school, and yeah, that's definitely a thing. The nipples get a little bit rough after a while. Um, but speaking of raw, I have this next little video here is about processed food, ultra processed food. It's coming from Dr. Eric Berg. Did you guess it? Real food looks nothing like this. Ultra processed foods are created with artificial flavors, textures, colors, and scents that hijack your natural. I can't tell what he says there, but I'm going to click on it. Hijack. It doesn't give me the rest of it. See. Your natural hunger cues, pushing you to eat more, and yada yada yada. Okay, so let's see what this video is about. Looks like How It's Made. You guys remember that show, How It's Made?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need that. I would like to play the music portion, but we can't do that. Guess what product this is? Anybody know? We
I'll
know
be
what this
back.
thing is making? I'll be
No.
back. Hey, Alma
Hello,
Hunes, what's
Mr.
up?
Farmer. Guest chat.
She's the co-host. I had a guest on yesterday though. You might like the guest from yesterday, Tala. Dan Clipper from X, all about building the blueprint for the next generation of creators. Probably would have liked that conversation. Maybe disagreed with some of it, maybe not. But yeah, he had a lot. He's in Canada. Yeah, look at this wonderful substance. I'm not 100% sure that this
Hey, Oma.
is even like the video is even real or anything like, but it looks like cooking oil. Turned into cooking oil at the end.
Yeah. Which
Now,
is seed oil, yeah. Yeah, canola,
right,
yeah.
and so maybe the process, maybe the video is correct, maybe it's not. I have no idea to be able to verify it, but I can say that Dr. So and so, Dr. Eric Berg, he's pretty well known doctor, and 6 million followers. Like, not saying that means a lot, but I mean, once you get into the millions, it does mean something. I think when you're somebody that, like, I hate to attribute it like to popularity, but it's not. It's more like less people are going to follow you, the more of a quack you are, as far as that kind of profession, right? Um, I don't know much about him otherwise, but it's just like those are some of the information I can see offhand. But I don't know where he got the video, you guys, but that video looks like it could be anything. Like, what am I watching right now? And why did it jump all the way up here? What is going on? It jumped way past everything. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but he says it's ultra processed. Is that Soylent Green? Someone said.
I mean, canola was originally not intended to be consumed.
Everything on
That's
the
the
Taco
thing.
Bell menu, somebody
I've yet to
said.
watch yesterday.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I've so much to watch.
Or as we call it here in California, taco hell.
Spoiled for choice. Hey, well, that's good, Neds. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you being a new person that we've met and brought back due to the content itself, and not just because you feel this connection to the community, which I think that's a great way to bring people back. But I also want you to be connected as a community, but then also come back because there's something here for you, not just, oh, I like Tala, so I'm gonna go and watch her for a little while. Like that's great, and people do that. But it's like, let's make it a good show and let's make it valuable to people.
Yeah.
Whatever those machines need cleaning, is that the making of an everlasting gobstopper? Yeah, I guess it's cooking oil, but it doesn't really give us all the details. But it doesn't look good, and I can imagine the process on a lot of things, even stuff that's probably fine. The processing of it when you get into machines and like manufacturing and like this like assembly line process. Yeah.
Like, you know how some oils say cold pressed? That's important. You know, the heating is a problem. The chemical extraction that some of them go through is a
that makes
problem.
sense. Yeah.
So you want cold pressed, like, I guess with extra virgin olive oil, you're guaranteed that it's a higher quality if they're not lying about it anyway. A lot of things have been brought into question. I favor avocado oil because it is not a seed oil.
I use it.
But
That's what I cook with.
you have to research because apparently they did a deep dive and they found that a lot of the popular avocado oils on the market were actually blended. They had contamination of seed oil. So you need to research your
Just
your
gotta
source.
shove it in there, don't they?
But so this is why, combined with the cost that was skyrocketing, like the cost of avocado oil tripled after 2020.
Like
I had to
real
find a
avocado
different
oil.
solution, and this is how I ended up carnivore because Greg was talking about it, and I was like, I'm gonna make my own tallow. So that's my primary cooking medium now is tallow. Yeah.
You know, we were talking about coconut oil, and if you go to the store and you look at coconut oil, there might be one that's half the price of the other one. Like, oh, I got to get the cheaper one. Like, no, I get for my dogs, I buy a jar that's like $16 or more. I think it's like 16 or 17 bucks for this jar of coconut oil because of how clean and organic it is.
And it has to be the one that will solidify at
Yes.
cooler temperatures.
It's
You
a solid
guys
white.
do
It's a
not
solid. Yeah.
buy the one that stays liquid at room temperature. I beg of you, don't do it because that has been processed in a way that it's not good.
Yeah, mine just sits out on the counter. I mean, it's closed, but yeah.
Yeah. So I found a way to get us visible on Instagram. It didn't occur to me before. I just took the
link,
your picture from today,
thumbnail,
and I posted that. I went to the tagging section, invited you as collaborator, so you can accept that at some point.
Okay.
I added some background music and did a little write up. It never even occurred to me before. I'm like, okay, that'll bring in the Instagram crowd. I didn't think about it. Yeah, because you
Hey, look at
can't
that
post
picture.
live links there. That is adorable.
Maybe is it in notifications?
It'll be in your it sends it to your inbox.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there you go.
This thing.
Review and accept.
Awesome. Where do I don't see any of that.
Go back to the inbox and see if it says review somewhere there.
Nope.
That's weird. Let me see.
Nope.
Check your notifications. It says you were invited to collaborate.
There it is.
There you go.
And then
that'll post it up on both of our pages that way.
What do I do though? I don't see anything.
It should say accept.
So that's the message you sent me.
And open the post itself and see if it's on there.
That's where I'm at now.
Mm,
Review. Here it is.
there you go.
Got it.
There you go.
It's at the bottom. In case anyone's wondering, it's at the bottom.
Yeah,
Was
you've
that?
only done that one time before, so it's like not stuck in your head yet.
Was that Mrs. Farmer?
I don't know what you saw there, Humanids, but I don't really use Instagram very much. You didn't see any Mrs. Farmer anywhere. I promise. Nope.
I'm
Maybe one
and
day.
I'm
I'm
not
getting too old
Mrs.
though.
I'm not Mrs. Farmer either.
Yeah, in case that was your next guess. But
I'm
I
the
am
other
taking
host.
applications out there, ladies. Looking for I would like a couple children though, so there is that. You better you better be prepared. Let you know up front. Dr. Heath told me I shouldn't put. I took that out of my dating profile because of Dr. Heath. He said you shouldn't put that in there, and I'm like, well. But I want to wait 6 months down the road to say, hey, this is kind
Yeah,
of a
you're
thing.
trying to
This
be
kind of a
honest and
like,
transparent.
yeah, well, it turns people off right away. Like, I don't know about that. Anyway,
If it
I don't
turns
talk
them
about
off,
this
that's not the
much.
person you want, right?
100%. Like, but
There you go.
I'm also not going to go be AC to like find a lady that wants 12 kids either. I'm like, that's kind of the other
Yeah.
extreme. Like, I'm not changing my religious beliefs to make it
I
happen.
have this many kids, and that is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got about 10 minutes here. Let's check out this next one. It's in Spanish, but it looks like an idea for collecting rainwater, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Blue-green roofs.
Tradicionales.
Okay. Oh, I see. They're basically like a growing roof where the water has like filters through it and then has places where it runs back out. But it more or less helps to. Oh wait, we saw a different version of this a few weeks ago. This one actually has these pods underneath that keep all the water and slowly run out. I can't. I don't know what they're saying. Maybe Andrew, you fluent in Spanish? Maybe you can help us translate this. Andrew, I'll send you the link. So tell me what they're doing because I'm interested. We've seen ones before with grass on the roof that just take that is sealed and everything and lets the rain water it. But this is a whole different thing. I mean, that's got to be some weight on the roof. I kind of am curious.
Yeah, you do have to reinforce, even if you do one of those sod type roofs.
Yeah.
It has to be built for it. Yeah.
Not just the weight that it takes to put it on, but then the weight of the added water every time it rains and stuff.
Wow. Okay, yeah, this is not only the sod and the plant, but the whole water system under it. That's massive reinforcement.
That's a lot of weight. Yeah.
You can't do that on an ordinary
Looks like concrete. and there's a walkway at the end of the video. Now, of course, some of this could be AI, I don't know. But
it's gonna have to have special load bearing beams inside.
It's like a second floor or another floor up there, if not more stability. Because it's got like a whole sidewalk, like a garden up there. You can walk around.
Water's heavy.
I don't speak too much Spanish, but enough to get me by. So you're not going to be our translator for that one.
I don't speak too much Spanish, just enough to get me by.
Alice. She said, thank you. Oh, okay. Welcome back. Yeah. Reposted. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, you guys, for the repost. Rumble. We want everyone in Rumble to see us because it seems like a lot of Rumble creators are doing more networking than I see other places. So it's been pretty good. You guys know I'm pretty multifaceted. I like a lot of different things, and I do game. I play gaming or play some games, and I've been meeting and talking to a lot of gamer friends. But not just gamer friends, but other podcasters, like other people that go live and stuff like that. Shout out to Divinity, who was in here earlier.
Who the F is Alice? JK?
Oh, damn. Oh, is that a song?
Hey, Jason.
I forgot what I was saying. But, oh, yeah, Divinity, I think, is going to come on this week on People in the Boxes. Our topic tomorrow night is going to be...
Looks like a roof with a drain on the roof.
Under the influence is the topic. Under the influence. Just anything. Doesn't even have to be a substance. It could be any version of the way those words mean anything.
It'll have
iteration.
It would have an overflow, I'm sure. so that it
That's what it
doesn't
was.
like turn
Yeah,
into a pool.
there was. You
But
could
the way
see at
they've
the
got it
end it
set
was
up is to
dripping down.
water the yeah.
Mm. And you
So
could have that drip down and water things around the house too. That other gardens,
that's
because
a
it
lot
looks
of
like it's.
humidity though. That's
Oh
the other
yeah,
thing. Like that's got to be set up exactly right or you're just going to have a mold factory.
that would be true. I would
And it
say
depends on your environment.
if it's right, it probably does insulate the house too, though. Probably
Oh
makes
yeah,
it, keeps
it
it cool.
definitely
Oh my.
would.
Speaking of cool inventions, I gotta show you this before I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna get off the Facebook chat, you guys. I cannot see the Facebook chat anymore, but no one's chatting over there anyway. But I'm waiting for the text message from the bus driver. So check this out, man. This is pretty sweet. Terrible music. I like the music, but like it was very like bad sounding. Um, but
So he's
he's
got
got
bricks
a
with a stovepipe, it looks like.
he's got
On a
a
bike?
yes, he's got a brick uh oven, basically a brick wood fired brick oven on his bicycle. And but what's
That's going to be hot.
yeah, but the stupid part is that like so this is either AI or just a stupid dude
It has
because
to
look
be.
the smokestack
It looks
which is
animated.
burning wood
It's going to be
is going right into his face. Like
Is everyone
it's
making a
not even
comeback?
high enough to get up around um
I mean, I have to
Facebook.
say it.
No.
I have to say it. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Oh yeah, like his knees be banging that brick every now and then. Wow! Oh, right when he's turning too much or
Oh, for
whatever.
his crotches.
Well, right now because he's standing, but then he
You are not going to stand that close to that kind of flame. That's got to be AI.
it looks like a big flame, yeah. But also
Like
these are those little
Photoshop or
pieces of
something.
those little like it looks real to me. I'm not gonna lie. It just looks like a goof. Like he's probably not really doing this all that often. Just
I had
silly.
to.
Like I think it's real, but I just think it's real silly.
That'd be too hot. You grill, don't you? Do you grill with charcoal?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little piece of meat, and maybe it hasn't been in there that long. You never
That
know.
much
Like it's
flame, I can tell you, because I grill with like mesquite charcoal often. That much
yeah.
flame, that close? No, you ain't gonna do.
And there would be more smoke, to your point. That's one thing I'm seeing that I think there would be more smoke. Now,
He starts moving,
those
it's gonna
are
flare
Tire
up.
melt.
yeah, and those and the tire would melt. You're right. Yeah, didn't even think about that. Didn't even think about that. That would be huge. But those are well, I mean, heat rises, of course, but it is pretty probably radiant heat around it.
That's not even getting into grease splatter. I mean, this is just a formula
Yeah,
for a hospital trip. Like this is the
walking and
ER.
riding a bike with grease splattering on your face. Like, oh wow. I don't know. I saw another gadget or another not gadget, but another like rig up like
Eccentrics are
this
funny. Some are
that
mental, still funny.
the one I saw looks more doable is it's basically a whole like like a whole street vendor type setup with a stove or like an oven, but he's not riding the bike. It's like a big wheelbarrow that he picks up and it's all on a wheel that he can but this just looks like a redneck fun
Yeah, I mean,
thing that they did.
there's valid ways to set up mobile smokers, for example. Like,
Yeah,
I saw the other day when I was driving back from camping, I forgot about this because I lived in Banning before. And Idlewild, near where I camped, is above that. So you come down the mountain road, you go through that whole area, go right through Banning. They have what they call, it's like something days, like, I don't know, Wagoneer days or something. It's something like a vintage thing. So, it's like a street market, and they do it every weekend during hot weather, unfortunately. But there was somebody who had one of these big smokers that's on a trailer that they brought out with their truck, and they would do smoked,
Ride
tri-tip
and cook at the same time.
or
Heck,
right and cook this, yeah. They smoke tri-tip for sandwiches and all kind and we used to get those. We used to go down there and get them. It's very good, but it's not cheap, because he's paying for his gas and his time and everything.
sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But a bike, no.
Chinese shuttlecock kicking. Chinese shuttlecock kicking. You guys, cock kicking from the shuttle.
You did not.
Well, it's pretty wicked though, man. If you've ever seen it, like this looks not easy.
From roasted chestnuts.
They've got some skill there, you guys. That's not a big ball either. That's
It's like the advanced version of hacky sack.
yeah, that is literally what that is for sure. And this is a shuttlecock, so it's like a badminton thing. If you
Yep.
guys ever seen one, but like bigger maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks a little bit larger than the one you use for badminton, so I guess it's designed specifically for this. It's actually quite impressive.
Very athletic.
Same kind of skills as you need for soccer, aka football.
Sure. And they're pretty serious about soccer in China, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't actually know. I didn't really get into it until Erling Haaland was in the picture, and
My guest yesterday is
he's
big
just
in
so
soccer.
much personality, you
Big
know.
into it.
He's an excellent player, but also just so
Cool.
much personality.
enjoy
That's why I
watching
love
that.
him. They did him dirty. I'll say it.
One per use, not so.
That last game, I was just screaming, "Give him the ball!" What is happening? Yeah.
One of my sponsors, I was talking about switching from the prizes to a monetary sponsorship because people are winning the prizes too often, the same prizes. And so I'm trying to give out more indoor farmer credit. I've been talking about this to my audience for next month when I start the prizes back up for game night. And he said if I do anything cash, it will be one per use, not stacking up like Kohl's coupons. I'm not really sure what that even means.
Interesting.
We'll get back. I'll get a response from people. Like to talk to me while they know I'm not doing a show. It's like, or they don't. They're just like
I'm
oblivious.
busy right now. See, when I send you a message and you say, "Oh, I'm live," I'm like, "Oh, sorry." Get back to me whenever.
The hope is that, hey, I'm live. Come over. Like, what? Come. Stop through.
It's always the days that I am like, if I message, it's usually because I'm laying in there in front of the AC going, I'm just going to talk to people because I don't want to move, you know?
September 2nd. I can't forget that. I think I'm gonna join the. It's not PTA, but it's called the Blue and Gold Club for my son's school, where all the moms get together and they do things for the events and stuff. I got the time. I think I could do it.
Sounds like
we're meeting at a bar and grill.
Name. It's a different name for PTA, right?
Yeah, just the Blue and Gold Club. I feel like that's all that means. The parent or PTA is Parent Teacher Association.
My mom used to be in the PTA at my grade school when I was little. Yeah. I think she did it just so that she could be an advocate for me, you know. I wasn't thriving in the public school system. We didn't know that I was autistic. We didn't know what to do, you know. So she wanted to be more available. She was a noon aide, so she could keep an eye on me.
And that does help with parents connecting in school, because there's a fine line though. You don't want to seem like you're pushing your kid on other people's kids, but just being connected a little bit kind of brings that along with it a little bit. The other parents be like, oh, you know, hey, how's little Jimmy doing or whatever, and it can be helpful. I think as long as it's not.
She was very conscientious. Like you could look at that as she's a helicopter mom, you know, that phrase now these days, but she wasn't there to micromanage. She was there because she knew that I had a problem that we couldn't identify. Because I would say just about every single day of my 6 years in grade school, something happened. I would be crying. There seems to be a genetic thing in my family as well. Like if you were to go through and ask everybody, my brother has admitted to this issue. I've seen it. Some of our cousins. Yeah, I don't know why. Like something that shouldn't even make you cry, like tears well up. I don't know what that is. It's the weirdest thing.
Hmm.
So for me, I could have pointed.
I just
Thank
followed
you.
Paula.
Thank you. Thank you. I could have pointed to the neurodivergence if I knew, but I don't think it's that because, like, I don't think my mom is, but she has that same thing. Any intense emotion, even if it's just moderately intense and a positive, tears.
Overwhelm. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they call it with autism, they call it being overstimulated. That always sounds weird to me, but apparently that's a part of it. And it's my processing, like,
I think everyone can be overstimulated though.
oh
Doesn't
yeah, anybody
necessarily have
could
to
be,
be.
but it just happens easier. And
Yeah.
it's when someone asks me a question or asks me to do a task, I sometimes lock up. I'm not sure how to answer. I'm not sure what to do. And if the pressure is on to give an answer or take an action, then I start kind of melting down.
Yes,
I
your
can't,
dancing
like,
bananas are in the house.
the best thing a person can do in that situation is go, take a breath, get back to me when you need to. You know what I mean? Because if the pressure is right now, I can't, I don't know what to do. Then I'm mentally kind of going back and forth. What do I want to, what's the right thing to do? I don't know, you know?
Right.
So
Yeah. I mean, it's
communication
tough.
is a little challenging for me.
Well, speaking of communication, we can't communicate with our little fur babies. We did talk about it a little bit in the beginning, and I'm glad we got to this video because Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer, if you might have heard of him. I didn't watch the show or anything back in the day, but he makes posts a lot of times, and they're very informative. I think this is the video, maybe not.
Squeeze some.
I might have saved another one later, but
I
I
follow
learned.
Jackson Galaxy. He works with cats.
Okay. Well, right. I learned that broccoli's good for dogs.
EPX Genetics YEAAA.
It's
Because of the capital letters, yeah. If you do caps, it'll just spell it. Okay, so yeah, let's listen to it. It's a long video. We don't have to watch the whole thing, but honey.
Some honey
dogs.
on your dog's tongue and see what happens.
How does a dog tell you when something's wrong? Maybe they chew their paws or eat grass. They might start slowing down on walks or stop jumping to greet you when you walk in the door. Maybe their poop is suddenly mushy or their breath especially bad. Sometimes a dog just stops acting like themselves.
By the way, these people who are obsessed with puppy breath is just gross. Okay, like
That's weird.
okay, it might smell. Okay, it's fine if it's your puppy and stuff, but I'm not saying I'm not like up there. Like some people are with babies, like smelling babies' heads and stuff like that. There's something weird about some people and their obsession with puppy breath. Like I had this lady that I went to high school with message me when I got Sprout and was like, I want some puppy breath, and then and then like she messaged me later, was like, I still want some puppy breath, and I'm just like, lady, no, I'm not. No.
If you notice
it is
any
weird.
of these things happening with your dog, you are not alone. And it doesn't take a dog whisper to understand what your dog is telling you. They need help. Well, I learned that it's something our dogs are eating every day that could be chipping away at their health, making them feel old and worn out long before their time. But I also discovered that it's something simple you can do right now to help.
Honey on your knob?
After
What
working
would
with
happen?
thousands of dogs and
Honey on
some
your
of the
knob.
best canine health experts on
Yeah.
the planet, I learned that you can
Said
turn a
knob.
dog's health around. Actually, you can turn the whole life around with 2 easy steps. 1, add a few simple foods their bodies crave, but dogs rarely get.
By the way, that was coconut oil and
Caesar.
sweet peas, and then
It looks like
or
a
not sweet
banana,
peas.
too.
It was sweet potatoes, and then sweet peas, and then banana also.
And
Okay.
2, avoid certain foods that can slowly damage a
Carrots.
dog's
They like
body.
carrots.
Hi, I'm Caesar Milan. You may know me from my TV shows like Dog Whisper, Caesar 911, or Better Human, Better Dog. I love those shows, but most of my work with dogs
I never
happens
saw any
behind
of
the
those.
scenes at my magical ranch, the Dog Psychology Center.
Yes, he's got a whole ranch where he can help rehabilitate dogs.
For more than 30 years, I've been rescuing and rehabilitating dogs. Dogs that people don't want or can't handle. At my ranch, these dogs
Oh,
get
wow.
the best care, world-class training, and everything they need to become the
There's
right
another
dog.
guy who does that, has a ranch.
For
I
a few
follow him on
dogs,
Instagram.
it turns out I am the right family, like Chewy here, or Sophia, who was left homeless after a hurricane, and now she's the heart and soul of my entire pack. People think I save dogs, but the truth is, is the other way around. Dogs save me. Honestly, I believe the reason I was born
Hail
is to help
Caesar.
dogs. And that's why I make this video. It's my quick and easy guide to giving your dog exactly what they need, with a list of some of the very best and worst food for dogs, including 3 simple things most people have in their kitchen, but they just don't think about giving it to their dog. And
Of
one
course, he
food a
wants you to
dog
pay for that
is
stuff,
just
right?
not
He
meant to
doesn't.
eat.
Hey,
Understanding dog
Shauna.
psychology comes pretty easy for me, but there are other
Here
things.
comes the product,
Come-
right?
Right.
With
Well, no,
veggies.
this is a 20-minute video. We're not watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like he goes through most of it where but he does give me a lot of good information before he tells you whatever it is, the hook. Shauna, Mike, I see you on the Facebook. Guys, come over to Rumble. I can't be watching the Facebook chat. I'm waiting for a text from the bus driver. But yeah, it goes on and on. Of course, he keeps teasing it. But I actually, as I was watching it, I was like, wow, these are good points. Like, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, and it's stuff that I get out of it without having to go and pay whatever.
Dogs that I had to learn the hard way. The hardest lesson of all came when Daddy,
All right, so he's gonna.
and dogs, other vets say, should be put to sleep. They call them Marty's miracles. Under Dr. Marty's program, something amazing happened to Daddy. He got better, and he lived 6 more incredible years. Daddy was 16 when he died. For a pit
Wow.
bull with cancer, I think 16 counts as a miracle. Before Daddy, I never heard of a dog with cancer. Then I learned that it's actually an epidemic. In the US, cancer strikes
Cats
one
too.
in every 3
I didn't know
dogs.
that.
And here's something else I found out. Modern dogs are dying younger than they did in the past. Some breeds
This is where I got the
Food.
stat about the
Yep.
the golden
that
retriever.
used to
Yeah.
live to 17 now barely make it to 10. If you're like me, you're
Yeah.
wondering why this is happening and how you can help your dog beat the odds. Fortunately, I discovered there is a way. It might sound crazy, but it comes down to this: what you feed them and what you don't.
First, my do feed foods.
Here are my
EPX
top
Genics.
foods for dog
Mr. Farmer
longevity.
says
The
he
first
feeds sprout
longevity food
broccoli,
takes care of a
yummy.
dog's teeth. Cranberries.
Oh yes, this was a huge one. That's why I played this whole
Cranberries.
video was the cranberries, because this
Huh.
can help. Because dogs do not like their teeth being brushed. And
Yeah.
they'll just let
Cats
them.
don't either, I'll have you know.
Yeah, I don't know about cats, but listen to what he says about this.
Most people know cranberries for
Yeah.
treating bladder infections. These little red berries work the same way in both humans and dogs. They stop bacteria from clinging to the bladder wall. Cranberries can do the
Antimicrobial.
same thing for your
I
dog's
feed mine in
mouth
their
That's what
because
he's
then
getting
they
at.
can make it
wait a
hard for
half hour
bacteria
after
to
they
stick
eat
to a
to get
dog's
out.
teeth and gums. I know firsthand how bad teeth can ruin
And they're
a
not
dog's
obligate carnivores.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They're not obligate carnivores like cats. It's more challenging with cats.
Right.
But
That's
that
true.
also means that they're more disadvantaged with kibble because a dog can get away with vegetables and all kinds of crap in kibble, but with cats, it is a problem. Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, I'll push back a bit there because with kibble, regardless of the dog or cat, it's
Yes.
high heat and everything's been baked out of it.
It's
Like
still a
there's just
problem.
it's not I would
But it's
it's
just
more that it's deficient than it is like poison.
yes.
It's more like there's nothing
But
in
their
it.
digestive system can handle the spectrum of
Right.
foods
I
like
see.
ours
Yeah.
can.
So
Now,
you're saying
that doesn't mean
cats?
it's ideal. Like a human, I'm a carnivore primarily. I'm ketovore, if you want to get technical.
Sure.
So
Let's see.
dogs have a very similar digestive system, but cats are obligate carnivores.
Let me
Yeah.
open a new grok. I want to see if there's anything that veggie wise that cats can eat.
They can,
Yes,
and it's
broccoli is
in the
good for them.
food,
I feed it to
but
my
it's
dog.
not
Pea and carrots and other
ideal.
stuff as well. Beef heart is good as
Lots.
well.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
Um,
can, but it's just it's not ideal. Like if you were able to afford it, the best diet for a cat is raw meat, raw organ meats. I knew people with show cat Persians who fed them nothing but raw organ meats, but you have to source that very carefully.
all right, we're getting past the point of worrying with this bus driver. Oh wait, what the heck? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. It's going to generate an image of cats eating vegetables. I'm asking.
My 1-year-old refuses
You were in Imagine instead of
I was
Ask.
in, yeah.
staring at her.
Man, you should have let it generate. That would have been funny.
We'll eat it
Well,
later in the day.
yeah, I'm not sure what it was going to make. Now it's just me holding. Now we're all just holding vegetables on the
Do you
same
like my
picture.
cheerleading video?
That's all it did. Is it just gave vegetables. Um,
My cheerleading video for Journeyman. We need one more.
That's
yeah.
What?
awesome.
One
Yeah.
more, and we all get
Any nurse said
100,000
to put your
Satoshi.
dogs as part of their diet.
I saw that you were going
My
wild.
cats love veggies such as
Polygon
carrots and
wild.
lettuce.
One more, man. If you're on X and you're not subscribed to Journeyman, it's $2 a month. You're gonna get 100,000 Satoshis. That's about $80 right now. Just saying.
He's really giving 100,000 Satoshis away.
Yes. I've known him for 3 years. I've watched him rebuild his life. You're not marrying the guy. You don't have to stay subscribed for ever, you know.
But that's I mean, okay, I've done some stupid
'Cause
things in the
he's got
past. I've given
Bitcoin.
away $100 to people that then unsubscribed right afterwards, and that's kind of just that hurts.
Yeah, I
hundred
wouldn't.
thousand Satoshis, which are going to be worth more
It's
than
about $80 right now.
but
Like
to every
78 something
person that
market.
subscribes for $2, that's
The
or is
first
it
30.
oh, okay. But
The first
still,
30.
he's probably been holding Bitcoin for a while though, so he might have a lot. But
Yes. I watched him rebuild from his entire life crashing and having nothing. Yeah, he's got Bitcoin.
okay, so that gives me a list of safe veggies in very small amounts: broccoli,
Yeah, small
carrots,
amounts, yeah.
green beans, peas, pumpkins, cucumber. Almost there. Okay, we can keep talking while I go up there, since I have. That's the beauty of the wireless headset.
I know, I love it.
I guess we'll just go back
Mine
to
love
this
carrots.
and
I
leave
buy
it
a
there for
huge
now.
bag to give them a raw one a couple times a week.
Yeah, that little bit is good. Like you
I
said, in
mean,
moderation.
and that's what the beauty of nature, where they're kind of built to know, a lot of times at least. I mean, and if they're starving, they're going to eat the kibble, but they're
Yep.
built. If a cat smells like a organic carrot and takes a bite of it, because it knows it can. It's not like
Yeah.
typically. I mean, I don't know. There are some foods that maybe, like, my dog might
Well,
snatch up food that they shouldn't have just because they think it's people food.
yeah. I had a moment like that actually with
I'm going to
Phoenix.
cut out here, Tala. I'm
Leela
sorry.
Rose
Yeah,
V.
no
Nice.
problem.
I love cats'
Phoenix is
dogs.
probably
I don't have
about
either, but a neighbor's
maybe a
cat
year
visits me
old,
every day.
and she's my black tuxedo, and all the mischief that comes with that. So she came in the kitchen. She always wants, what have you got? What have you got? She's looking up at me,
It's going to be the
and
Tala.
I was cutting up
How
some
much they
beets. I
eat
had cooked
because they
beets,
shred it up all over.
All right,
so
I
it
came
might have
back
been
to the
canned.
working area. I can hear you again. I'm
Okay.
gonna just mute. It'll be the
Okay.
Tala show for a minute, okay? I'll be right back.
Okay. So I think it was canned beets. So I took a little piece. So what I do to give her the idea that, hey, I'm not keeping anything from you, but you can sniff it. I'll let her smell whatever's in my hand. I figured beets. She's not interested in canned beets, right? So I held it out and she goes, ow, and swallowed it. I'm all, are beets toxic for cats? Like
Oh, that's
searching.
sweet.
Because
I
I
love
know.
new visitors.
They're safe. It's okay. It's not an ideal cat food, but it's fine. But it taught me that, yeah, she might just glom and swallow whatever it is I offer. I thought she would just sniff it and go, eh. So you gotta watch it with cats, just as much as with dogs, apparently. Unless it's something like citrus, they won't necessarily turn their nose up at it. So I learned something from that. A cat that loves beets. I don't know if she would eat it again willingly, but she was curious enough to just go, "Oh, she offers me food, so it must be food, so yum." She used to be all about those, rotisserie chickens, which I don't buy anymore because unfortunately, they inject all kinds of stuff into it that I don't eat a lot of chicken, but those also have some preservatives that I'm not gonna eat. But now she's all about the steak like me. So if I'm cooking steak and she smells it, she's the first and sometimes the only one in the kitchen going, "Can I have a piece? Can I have a piece?" So yeah, they keep me on my toes. They really do. Um,
Okay, I
so
hear you again. Go
yeah,
ahead.
just For anybody who's not yet following me there, as a reminder, I have a Substack page. That's where
Yeah.
kind of the bulk of my content is. So not everything is behind a paywall. I do have free content. So if you're not yet following there, I would appreciate it. Any of my platforms where you find me, like X, Instagram, you'll find a link tree. So if you go to the link tree, all of my information for that is there, and you can find my Substack link. But it's under First Light Warrior. Yeah.
First
One of my
Light
Great Danes
Warrior.
used to steal whole onions and
So,
potatoes. I had to hide the bags.
oh wow, he did got a bunch of worksheets here from
Yeah, and
school.
onions are not good for dogs. Onions and
No,
garlic are toxic
yeah.
for them. Yeah.
So let's read this here. First hour, finished new planet, new school story, and started our story packet. Second hour, I ready reading diagnostic. I ready reading diagnostic. I don't know what that is. Third hour, math packets. Fourth hour, math center. This is so extensive that this new school, math center
Yeah.
introductions, lunch.
LeClaire
At
Lowell.
lunch, they literally say 8 cookies, cheese sticks, 1/4 a sandwich, apple and plum. Like they give me the lowdown on exactly what he touched or didn't want or ate or whatever, which is so
That's
different.
helpful. Yeah, that's great.
And then 6 hour STEM work on a little bit of the coding with Sphero. It's like a little robot.
Very
Um,
cool.
7th hour, all about me sheet. And 8th hour, enjoyed the weather on the patio. 9th hour, free play with friends. Great day, buddy. Great day. Give me a over there, handshake. Good job. Got any snacks in here you want to eat before I go back down? You don't want any of it? Okay. Maybe later. You're not anywhere close to bedtime yet. I'll get you some shorts in a bit. I think they're
Still
downstairs.
early.
Here's a sandwich. I just don't have them readily available, so you can get them later. All right, buddy. I'll be up in a little bit. All right. Good job on your day. Did you give Sprouty the treat? All right. Love you. All right.
That's
Had a good
excellent
day.
to have all that info about what he's eaten too, since he
Yeah,
has
that's different.
some finicky things with the
Last
yeah.
the last school was great, but the paper they sent home, I could barely read it. This is like
Oh.
night and
It's
day
gotta be
different.
legible, you know? Especially
Yeah,
coming
I
from
was
a
like, he
school,
did
you
what?
expect better than that.
I'm going, what's the smudge? Like, what did they do there? Anyway, wow, we got 31 people on the Rumble. Appreciate you guys
Oh,
coming
very
in.
cool.
Hit the like button,
If
hit the
anybody showed
hashtags.
up because of the Instagram post, thank you.
Oh right,
It'd be
yeah,
nice to know. Yeah.
that would be.
That would be
Back,
very cool.
okay, I'm back in the Facebook comments. Okay, so we don't
Commercials,
have to
yeah.
continue this. I mean, there is more of this, and if you guys want the video link, I can send it to you. Just send me a DM. But the cranberries, that was a huge one for me because
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that.
I'm kind of worried about like teeth in dogs, because I'm not good at brushing dogs' teeth. You know, like hey, who
Yeah.
would have thought? That's not a skill I have. But Mia,
Like I
I
said,
really haven't.
it's worse with cats. It's bad. It's
Oh, I can imagine. It's but like my husky is very. I don't know if finicky's the right word. She's I think she was a puppy mill puppy. I wasn't sure at the time. It was
Oh.
during COVID, and I didn't know what puppy mills were at the time. And I bought her from like Amish people, and they had me meet at some other house, and I couldn't go in, and all this stuff.
Oh.
But like it was right at COVID, so I didn't really question it. But the way that she acts, even today, kind of tells me that she was almost traumatized or something. The way that she is, like
Oh.
she doesn't like me touching her feet, like her paws, and I think a lot of dogs might be that way, but I'm not sure. And she's very I don't know how to put it,
Bean
like skittish
stew.
sometimes.
Veggies from the wow. Lila Rose, that sounds
Hey
amazing.
Brittany, try to go to Rumble, but
I
the
can't eat that
commercials are
anymore, but
going
it
on
sounds
after
amazing.
hours. So
I'm
Brittany, when
so
that
excited to
happens,
make dinner. Bean stew.
ooh,
Using veggies all from the
well,
garden.
that sounds good, Lila Rose.
Gotta do
Brittany, if that happens, you just have to leave and come back. You should only be getting like one commercial, maybe two, um, through watching me on Rumble. If it keeps popping up over and over, then there's a like a error or something. You just have to leave and come back.
105 degrees, y'all, and it's only 12:47 p.m. 2 more
Sounds
degrees
nice,
to
Layla.
go. And I'm concerned because it says 107. If we're at 105 right now and peak temp hits in 2 hours, it could actually be 108 like they originally said. This is rough.
Yeah, and you got to worry about your not only okay, it's not getting cool enough in here for me, but then it's your machines that are going to take
Sounds
that.
yummy, Lila
They take a
Rose.
huge hit, like a very
I'm
overworked.
returning one that died. I had it less than 2 months and the
Our dog
compressor
doesn't like
failed.
to have her feet touched.
You would think they'd
Like
have some other kind of way to do it in hotter climates like that.
$260 for this piece of crap that died in 2 months. That's going back. I'm glad it happened inside the return window
Yeah.
because I don't want another one. I wouldn't wanna replace it. It's going back. I want my money back. So the 26-year-old machine got rolled back out of the bathroom where it was stashed. 26 years old, it's not efficient, but it still works.
So the I think the balance now for companies is they want to make you something that will work in that climate, but not for very long because they want you to have to buy another one. And
Yeah,
so
but
there's
2
like
months is
this,
ridiculous.
like the razor thin line of like making something that doesn't last forever, but also works for a while. Like I just can't imagine that in
For
the engineering
250,
process.
$260, that thing better work for at least 4 years. You gotta be kidding me. And I shouldn't have to worry about a warranty for that.
Right. Yeah,
You know, that's
warranties.
ridiculous.
Once the warranty thing came out, that was just another way that for companies to fuck you because they can come up with a warranty that's so complicated that you think you have some coverage, but then it turns out maybe you don't for whatever reason.
Planned obsolescence is
It
precise, you guys. Like, you
yeah,
think, "Oh, it
yeah,
just figures. This broke on my car right after the" No, it didn't figure. It wasn't random. They know exactly how many cycles that thing's got.
yeah. It sounds like you got one though that maybe uh, was
Defective.
weaker. Yeah, a little weaker than it should have been, but still probably wasn't going to last you for as long as that other one did.
Yep.
Andrew, my dog doesn't like me touching her mouth or teeth either. Um, so that's why this whole let me play a little more of this because the cranberry thing really blows my mind. I want to
Yeah.
get these. I want to get some whole cranberries.
I remember one family who was ready to give up their Chihuahua because he started attacking their grandmother. When I began working with him, I noticed that this little guy seemed to be in pain. So I took him to the vet, and it turned out his whole mouth was full of rotten teeth. He didn't need a behaviorist, he needed a dentist. As soon
Yeah.
as the dog's pain was gone, so was his aggression. Dental health isn't
Oh.
just about avoiding pain or cavities. Clean teeth can actually add years to a dog's life. In fact, a study of more than 2 million dogs found the pups who receive regular
100%.
dental cleanings live up to 2 years longer. If you ever try brushing your dog's teeth, you know it's not easy. That's where cranberries can help. The berries prevent plaque and tartar buildup, so your dog's teeth stay clean naturally. Just a few fresh or frozen cranberries after meals can go a long way in protecting your dog's teeth and promoting their longevity.
No,
The
notice
next longevity
notice he said can help. Like
I
he
also
can't
got 7
guarantee you
spicy
that
Yeah.
chicken
just
I'm going
feeding
to
your
make
dog.
He
zucchini
doesn't wanna
fries.
get
That
sued.
sounds good.
Them cold.
Yeah, you can't
Today,
just be like, oh well,
tomorrow.
you told me
It's
just to
too
feed it.
hot to bake today, but it's going to rain the next few
Yeah.
days. And I
You know
have
Wow.
what?
a ton of
I am
zucchini.
waiting
3 of my
for
dogs, I can cut their nails. The
in this
one
Ooh.
little
region, we
Dane I can
are, like,
play with
watching
her
for that first
because I've
rain, that
not cut
first
her
rain.
nails yet.
Sometimes it's not until halfway through September, and I'm looking at the forecast going, "This is gonna be one of those years, I just know it."
Yep. People.
The sky will open up, though, and I'm gonna be like if even if I was on the broadcast with you and it started raining, I'd be like, "I'll be right back." I go
Just run out in
outside.
the rain.
I
Open all the
do.
windows.
It's a thing.
Oh, I know the next one. He's going to talk about apples. I didn't know apples were so good for dogs.
food
Yes,
rejuvenates
that
your
I knew.
dog's gut. Apples. Keeping their gut
Apples.
healthy is one of the most
Prebiotic fiber.
important things you can
Yeah,
do for a dog because
fiber.
their gut affects every aspect of their health. Billions of bacteria make their home inside a dog's gut, some good, some bad, and things can easily get out of whack, causing chaos in your dog's body. Here's one way to tell when bad bacteria has taken over. You can smell it. Stinky gas, loose stools, foul
Mm.
breath, all signs that your dog's gut needs help. That's where apples come to the rescue. They're full of natural compounds that feed the good microbes and keep the bad ones in check. With a balanced gut, your dog's entire body runs better. Their digestion.
I give the dogs like the core and stuff like that. Like if I'm eating an apple, like, and there's a piece of the core, here you go. Is that bad, you
Not
think?
sure about the seeds, because some seeds actually contain cyanide. I'm not sure if apples do.
Ooh. Hmm.
But, I mean, it probably just passed right through because they have a short
I haven't,
digestive tract, but still.
maybe like 3 times I can think of that I might have even done that, but it's been a while.
Energy level, even their mood. To get the benefits of apples, slice them up, but leave the skin
Leave
on.
the
That's where
skin.
most of the good stuff is. If you have heard that apple seeds are toxic to dogs, it is true, but only
Ah,
in gigantic amounts.
only in gigantic amounts.
Interesting.
So he answered the question.
Your dog will have to eat hundreds of whole apples for the seeds to cause harm.
Oh wow.
Now for the number one dog food to ditch, one that can do a lot of damage to dogs over time. Kibble. Even the kind with the best ingredients. I know that's hard to
Yeah.
believe because kibble is the
Go ahead.
Avoid feeding seeds and core in quantity. The seeds contain compounds that can release cyanide when chewed and consumed in sufficient amounts. So they're
Oh,
just concerned about larger amounts, but I just wouldn't, I
think
wouldn't
about
risk it.
having an apple tree or something, and then also having
Are
pets.
you a
Like,
vegetarian,
Yeah.
Isla Rose V?
That's
like,
probably how they found that out, is some dog
yeah,
out in the yard going nom nom nom,
yeah,
Um,
because they're just laying there,
the other thing is, so for us, this is a good thing. I looked up a list because I only know about Granny Smith.
right?
Certain varieties of apples are higher in malic acid. For us, that's good. Malic acid, in fact, is one of the things that I am deficient in as a fibromyalgia patient. And
Uh,
so you've seen before my, let me find it here, my magnesium malate supplement by Source Naturals. This supplement was life changing in 2019, and I've been taking it ever since. Fibro patients are deficient in both magnesium and malic acid. So we need that. It's very good. It diminished my
In the
symptoms.
jar. Veggie food
Granny
is
Smith is
delicious.
high, but also Brayburn, Pink Apple, Jonathan, Macintosh, Wine Sap, Northern Spy, and Cortland. So there's lower acidity, sweeter varieties. Those are the Fuji, Gala, Golden
Fugia.
Delicious, Red Delicious, Ambrosia. So those ones that are sweeter, less malic acid are probably better for dogs because there's kind of a caution on not giving them a lot of that because it's not generally considered toxic in small amounts, but if
Like
the
you said, you have to eat
apple,
a lot. Yeah.
yeah, if it's got more uh small amounts of the flesh are fine, but I would say take the skin off because that's where the malic acid is.
Well,
Yeah.
but Caesar Milan said you leave the skin on.
I know. So go for the
He
sweeter
didn't,
varieties.
and he didn't
Don't do
even
the tart
mention
ones.
different types. Like he just
Yeah.
said apples, and
That's why
he
you
said,
have me because I check this stuff.
well, I mean, yeah, I do tend to believe a guy like this just because of how much he has
Oh yeah.
behind him. But to your point, he's just throwing these quick thing like he's not giving you this extensive knowledge on each one.
It's
But
just to gravitate to the sweet instead of the tart, and that kind of protects you a
well,
bit.
the
And it
fancy
depends on
what you
how
call them?
often.
The big red ones. What are they called?
Red Delicious?
Yeah, they're not delicious though. They're terrible. Those ones are not
I
sweet.
hate Red Delicious. My
Yeah,
brother
no
loves
one
them.
likes those. I don't know. Oh, wow.
My
Okay.
brother does.
So, but those ones don't have. They're not sweet or tart.
I think they're in the category, yeah, lower acidity, sweeter variety, Red Delicious. Those are
Really?
safer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I use because I was juicing for a couple years when I was training in 2018, 19.
Skin makes
I
good
use Granny
sausage.
Smith specifically for the malic acid and the
No, I'm
not
not a
just pre,
vegetarian.
but I think also probiotic, Granny Smith specifically. Yeah.
Brittany says, Brittany, I'm not sure if you heard me, but if you leave and come back, the rumble should be fine now. Says I have a bulldog Chihuahua, and she likes to steal apples and blackberries and my green peppers if I don't watch her, chase her all over.
Oh.
So like just getting in your garden, taking the fruit, taking the veggies. All right, so we can be done with this, but yeah, it's a pretty good video if you're a pet owner. So go check out
Yeah.
Super Milan.
Cranberries, y'all. Who would have thought? That is
I'm
cool.
wondering if I'm following him or not.
If I run across the other account, um, I can't think of his name, but there's another guy that has a ranch like that, and he just like he's adopted a whole bunch of dogs and does rescue. So like the two leaders in this area, in my opinion, are him. I can't think of his name, and Jackson Galaxy for cats. Jackson Galaxy is amazing.
Got a lot of shorts that look at him, and I guess he helped out Seinfeld or something. I don't know. You see that? What's that lady's name that was an actress who now is just a huge like pet person?
I don't know.
You would immediately recognize her, but she's always pushing like these different pet things. But she was an actress, like so she kind of went the other way around. He is an expert that became like more public by helping like celebrities and stuff with their pets. Man, I can't remember her
Is it?
name.
It seems like he's giving that dog a lot of honey in that video.
Yeah, it's a big dog though. I mean, you got
Like, was that AI?
like where do they get these clips from, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we got time for one more. 12 copper water bottle companies that 3 months of waiting. Not one of them ever wrote back to me. That happened because they cannot. This is from Mark Danley. Let me see what he said. I think it has to do with these copper. What you think of as like a copper cup or whatever isn't actually copper now. They're screwing us here. Let's see what this is about. Happen because they cannot. Most of these brands do not exist as real companies. I figured this out in my lab last spring. Okay, that looks AI. But yeah, basically, if this is true, we could look into it. But I guess a lot of the quote copper water bottles that people are buying now might have like very little actual
I
copper in
have
them.
not. Okay. I
You
was
love
gonna say I have
food.
not seen that. I
Good.
would jump on it,
You
but
love
there's the
food.
question is
You're
how much
obviously a
and what
foodie.
is it
Lot,
mixed
And
with?
growing your
but
own
that's
veg baking all that is a skill I bati.
and
Lost a
that's
long time
because
ago.
people are jumping on it.
Yeah.
The bandwagon of health and copper is one of those things. And so
Look,
now
if
you're
it's
having all these
stainless steel,
knockoffs.
yeah, if it's stainless steel that it's mixed with, I'm fine with that. But not if it's aluminum.
A bit gel
Yeah.
TBH.
And is
Um,
it coated with something inside? That's the other thing. If there's BPA, then we got a problem, but I doubt they did that.
if you have copper bottles at home, take a magnet from your fridge and hold it to the bottom of the bottle. If it sticks, the bottle is steel. Whatever you have been hoping that bottle is doing for you, it has not been doing.
Well, but
Basically,
wait, I mean, if it's mixed,
isn't copper magnetic? Maybe
uh,
not. Maybe I didn't know that. Or yeah, pennies would be magnetic
is
then, so I
copper
guess not.
magnetic?
I don't think it is. I think
I don't
that's
think
what they.
so.
I think they make. I think we make coins
No,
out
it's
of
not. No,
non-magnetic
right.
alloys.
But I mean, okay, steel's
Yeah,
not a
I'm
problem,
totally a
right?
foodie.
If
My
it's not
husband and I love
problematic and
cooking.
there's still
I can
copper in
trust my
there,
food when I grow it myself.
it doesn't have to be 100% copper. Copper's is kind of a soft metal anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, a little softer.
Hello,
So
Yeah.
everyone.
there's a link here. Let me see.
A mix would probably keep it from
Oh
oxidizing
wow,
too.
my freaking they blocked it. So if it's not a good website, I'm not going to it. Yeah, probably some fake stuff.
Warning, we need that sound back.
Brought, I brought one in. I love it. The people are just kind of generally weighing in on it, but
Brittany
I don't
Schneider.
believe that this is
Hello.
a legit, like someone wrote this. It looks like AI, but mostly because nobody, like people, if you're spending that time writing this much, like,
So I don't like personally I don't subscribe to the idea of it being
I don't bake
beneficial like you
often,
see
but when
the
I do,
copper
I bake
threads
all
in
day.
socks,
I
gloves,
prefer to
things
make
like
my
that.
own
I
chocolate
don't
along
really
with my
know.
milk.
if
I don't
that's,
have any confidence in it. However, um, for cooking, it is good, like cast iron, also good, right? Copper is implicated in being beneficial potentially. I'm being very careful with the wording here. It's not guaranteed. But I guess they observed some deficiency in people who prematurely went gray.
Yeah.
So I have taken a very low dose, mind you, very, very low dose of copper supplement in the past when I knew that my diet was probably not providing it. I would drink from a copper water bottle. I don't care if
I
it's
said,
made
is
from
copper good to
non-aluminum.
drink out of? And Grok says no. Copper is generally not a good everyday material to drink from. What?
Why?
Especially for
Lila
prolonged
Rose
or
V, that's
regular
awesome.
use.
Huge respect.
It's
Small
probably
occasional
thinking of
contact is
overdose.
usually fine for healthy people, but storing or routinely drinking water from copper vessels carries real risks that overweigh any claim benefits from most people. Uh, why people use copper vessels in some traditional systems, especially uh, Ayurveda, Ayurveda,
Ayurvedic.
water stored overnight in a copper vessel is believed to become ionized or acquire
Yeah.
antimicrobial properties. Copper does have some antimicrobial effects against certain microbes in laboratory settings, and pure
True.
copper surfaces can kill bacteria on contact. The oligodynamic effect.
Silver is
Oligodynamic.
better for it, but copper does
Right.
have antimicrobial. Yeah, that's
However,
true.
these effects do not translate into proven meaningful health benefits for drinking water stored in copper for most people in modern conditions with clean water supplies. Real risk: copper can leach into water, especially, well, don't we need some in the water
How
in
many people are dumping water out of their
acidic,
bottles?
especially in the acidic
Hi,
pH below
Brittany.
6.5, soft, hot, or left standing for long periods. Excess
Yeah.
copper intake causes nausea, vomiting. Like
Don't be putting lemonade in it.
here's a problem with this whole thing is like most people are deficient in copper.
Yeah,
Like there are
that's what
some
I'm
there's some
saying.
data behind this, and they're talking
Thus,
about
the population going gray early. Yeah.
abdominal pain, diarrhea, copper toxicity, metallic taste in higher or chronic exposure, liver damage, kidney problems, or neurological issues. Particular concerns for infants, young children, people with Wilson's disease.
Yeah. You have to know your own health profile. But I mean, if you feel like you're getting enough dietarily, then cool. Like I said, I supplemented when I knew I needed to. And I'm just saying, I'm going to be, what's today, the 26th? Less than a month, I'm going to be 59. I do not have gray. I'm not covering nothing. This is my natural color. I realize that, I've had damage to my hairline some from my illness, but this is, natural color and not gray.
Let's let's
So,
ask let's ask Aura. Hi, Aura.
Hey there, what's on your mind?
Oma Juanes and Alice, hello.
Can you tell me why so many people believe copper is good to drink from?
People believe it mainly because of ancient Ayurvedic tradition. In India, storing water overnight in
Right
copper
now, I'm
vessels,
wrapping
called
sage bundles,
tamrajal,
smudge
has been a
sticks.
daily habit for thousands of years. Ayurveda says it balances the three doshas, vata, pitta, kapha, detoxes the body, improves digestion, boosts immunity, and even slows aging. That cultural and spiritual history runs deep, especially in Hindu rituals where copper is seen as a pure, divine metal. The belief got a big boost from one real scientific fact: copper kills bacteria in water. Studies show storing contaminated water in copper pots for 16 plus hours can wipe out pathogens like E. coli, cholera, and salmonella. Before modern water filters, this was a practical way to make water safer in places with poor sanitation. That legit antimicrobial property, the oligodynamic effect, makes the whole practice feel credible. On top of that,
Do you
wellness
think that's
influencers.
valid today with all of the contaminants in our water?
Not really, no. Copper's only real trick is killing certain bacteria in water, and that only works if you store the water in a copper vessel for 16 to 24 hours. Modern tap water in most developed places is already chlorinated and treated, so that bacterial benefit is basically useless. Here's the problem with today's water: The nasty stuff people worry about, heavy metals like lead, PFAS forever chemicals, microplastics, pesticides, chlorine byproducts, copper does nothing against those. It can't filter them out. In some cases, it might even add more copper on top of whatever's already in your water. The studies showing copper kills E. coli and cholera were done on deliberately contaminated water in places with bad sanitation. That's not the same as dealing with industrial runoff or old pipes leaching lead. Bottom line, if your water is already treated and safe to drink, copper adds zero meaningful protection. If your water is
I've been
actually
told to put
contaminated
old
with
copper
serious
pennies in
chemicals,
water jugs
copper makes it
to
look
keep
like
them
you're
from
doing
going
something when you're
bad.
not.
We collect
It's
spring
ancient
water
tech
from
that
the
worked okay
amiens.
for one specific problem we mostly solved a long time ago. You'd be way better off with a proper.
Okay, but you
That I wouldn't do, but
Lila Rose, like, did you clean the pennies first? Like, how
not
did
only
you?
that, but they're not pure copper, I don't
That
think.
too, yeah. Pennies aren't copper really anymore.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I did put some pennies in my aquaponic system for some
Spring
of the
water is already good, you know.
yeah. Well, the
Now
stuff
what
that she
works is UV.
yeah.
I carry a SteriPen for hiking. That is a UV treatment. I didn't even use a filter. I used that for the water at
Mm.
Yosemite. Yeah.
So let me ask her about. So would we get any amount of copper from that in a good way if we were deficient from copper?
You'd get a tiny amount, but it's not a good or reliable way to fix a copper deficiency. Studies show water
Copper
stored
pennies in a
overnight in a
vase of
copper vessel
flowers
usually
keeps them
picks up
alive
around
fresh for longer.
0.177 milligrams of copper per liter, sometimes up to about 0.3 milligrams. The daily recommended intake for adults is roughly 0.9 milligrams, so 1 liter might give you 20% of what you need on a good day. But the amount varies wildly depending on how long the water sits, the water's pH, and the vessel itself. It's completely uncontrolled. If you're
Mm.
actually deficient, doctors use proper supplements,
When the city sent
often 2 to
everyone a
8
letter to
milligrams
boil
per day
water
under
due to the
medical
poo
supervision,
levels in the
because you
water
need
system,
consistent,
we collect
measurable
our own
doses.
water
Copper
lullo.
water
Hey,
gives you
Brittany,
random
in water,
microdoses
of
with no way to
course.
track or adjust it. Copper deficiency is also pretty rare in people eating a normal diet. Most folks get plenty from food like shellfish,
Do you think
nuts,
copper is
seeds.
good for having doorknobs and different things that we touch on a daily basis?
I would totally
Yeah,
do that.
actually, for doorknobs and high touch surfaces, copper is legitimately good.
Then why did we
Hospitals
take
have
them
been.
out of doorknobs? Is it because of the value, or is it because some people want us to be sick?
It was mostly about looks and laziness, not some grand plot to keep people sick. Back in the
But they
day,
want us to be
hospitals used
sick.
brass, which is mostly copper, for doorknobs and handles. Then, in the 20th century, stainless steel took over because it
Yes.
stays shiny and looks clean. Tarnished brass looks dirty even when it's actually killing
Hmm.
germs,
That is a
while a
problem with
sparkling
it.
steel knob looks sterile even when it's loaded with bacteria.
Huh.
Maintenance crews hated polishing brass all the time, and architects loved the sleek modern look of steel and aluminum. Copper and brass cost more upfront too, and nobody was studying the germ killing angle seriously until the 1980s, when
The
one
Okay,
look.
that's what I
researcher
was going to
pointed out
ask is when they found that out. So the
One
1980s,
copper
they
penny
found out
suffices.
that it was actually beneficial for the killing of bacteria. But now, by that time, it was way too valuable because of wiring and electronics. And so now, to have any copper, it's you might as well have
They
silver,
weren't appealing to the
actual
eye.
silverware that people come to your house and steal.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maintenance is the issue.
we don't need
Yeah.
her anymore.
Now in
Um,
the garden, if you have um like bird bath and other fixtures and decoration that's copper, it's going to
Like taking our
oxidize and
peace
turn
away.
green, but that's the goal with it. It's not going to stay shiny in the garden for sure.
And well, but Lila Rose, like it's not, or no, I'm sorry, Diane. It still leads back to the same issue. They started making pennies with less copper because the value goes up that so much that people will just melt down the pennies. If a penny is worth more than 1 cent by melting it down, people will do it. And it is almost, I think a lot of pennies right now are worth more than a cent.
Oh,
Um,
well, yeah, they stopped manufacturing them,
yeah,
so now I won't spend pennies. You hand me a penny, that's going in my Sparklets jar.
yeah. Where's my
I'm
little?
keeping every single penny because these coins actually have value that people do not realize. I've got a bunch of old ones I've been saving for years. Yeah, you're not getting a penny from me anymore. You
I'll
hand me
give you a
one,
dime, but
it
not a
comes out.
penny.
Yep, I'll give you anything but a penny, man.
I'll give you a
Yep.
dime for 5 pennies.
Yeah, right? I'm keeping them all because the value is going to go up,
Yeah.
especially those old ones.
I
Yeah.
save my change anyway. I
Yep.
used to exchange it after I saved it up for a while, but I should have just saved it
Mhm.
forever.
Yeah, there's a lot of valuable coins. Always check, and you look how easy it is now. You don't have to go to some expert or learn a lot. We've got ChatGPT, Grok, and all these other things. You can have
Hello, Miss
that
Sarah.
fancy search engine. Let's call it what it is. You can have that check the value on the market.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I keep all my pennies too. Yeah,
I keep all
yeah.
my
Why?
pennies
Why not?
too.
And actually, even further than that, you can look at them, and there's some that at certain dates and things like that
It's
that
a
are
nickel
worth
for my thoughts now,
could be
lol.
worth
That's what
20
I'm saying.
bucks. Like there's some that are
It's
worth
the
a lot more.
date,
Hmm.
the mint, okay, and also within certain
Take all
mints,
my change and save it
specific
and look through
productions.
them.
Tiny deviations, like, somebody's nose isn't where it should be or whatever, that raises the value. If it's a unique coin, yeah,
But even a regular penny, I think I'm not sure if it's just any penny, but even a regular penny
will
is
be
worth like
now.
4 cents.
Yeah, it will
Um,
be now because they stopped making
yeah.
them.
Um,
So, yeah, don't part with pennies, keep them. 'Em. I'm hoarding pennies, you guys.
I just thought. I mean,
Unashamedly.
I just thought of it. But it's like hell. Maybe I should like trade. Like, do you want a quarter for 10 pennies? Like, what do you what
I'm
do
thinking
you
about going
want?
to the bank and going, "You got any pennies in there?"
Right.
"What's up?" 'Cause, the grocery stores, stupidly I don't understand this, you guys, I don't understand. We are no longer using they round up or down to their benefit if you use cash. Why? Did all the pennies disappear from the mark? They're still out there. Okay, they stopped making them, but these stores they've stopped handling pennies, it's stupid. There's probably
So I
enough pennies out there to keep using them for 2
I have an
decades.
old silver
right. I
quarter,
have a
real
question
silver.
for you, Tala. Looks like I got a lot of people that weighed in on it. Um, do you, while you're sleeping, some people took it too literally, but while you're sleeping, do you A, keep your lips closed but your jaw open?
I went and bought a few rolls at the bank.
Or B, do you keep your lips closed and your jaw shut? Or C, do you keep your mouth open like a freaking maniac?
Probably depends on the night and whether my allergies are bothering me. How would you know you're asleep? I guess however you wake
That's
up.
what everyone's saying, but my point is like when you're laying there trying to go back to sleep in the morning, or maybe like in the middle of the night, you went to the bathroom, you're looking. How is it that you like? You
I
definitely can open
typically
like you can relax while you're sleeping. Maybe none of it. Maybe it's all out the window. But how is it that you are trying to sleep?
I do typically keep my jaw closed, and I know this because in the past I used to fall asleep with a toothpick right there.
Ooh,
I know that's dangerous, but it's just
yeah.
like it happened that I woke up holding it. I'm like, well, I gotta stop doing that, but it has happened,
Good
so
thing
I
it
do
wasn't
know that I keep my
jammed into
jaw.
your into your
I know, right?
cheek.
You could inhale the sucker. I mean,
Oh, that too. Or
it
like
kinda
people with a
scared me.
cigarette fall asleep with a cigarette. That's a classic. Like that's like I don't know how many house fires happened because of
See,
cigarettes.
like, it's a tension thing, and I do tend to I don't
Which
grind them apparently, but I do clench. Yeah,
I
and I
thought
have
about
tea
it
in the
last
day.
night while I was, or this morning. I didn't have to get up because my son. It's well, I don't know if anyone cares, but like my when he stays with his mom, she comes over, and now the bus gets here way earlier in the morning, so she actually puts him on the bus. So I don't even have to get out of bed. I said I didn't even take my mask off. I just said good morning to him. I had to force him. I had to force him to say good morning to me because he didn't even want to come in and say hi. He's just like waiting for the bus. So I was thinking about it while I was like, okay, I can get another hour or two, and I was like, I had my jaw relaxed but my mouth closed because I definitely try to keep my mouth closed. And then I
Mhm.
was like, I wonder what people do because because that's another reason I thought about it.
People who snore, their mouth is going to be open usually,
Well,
but
that's true. But
not always.
and I haven't had anyone comment that. I figured somebody with COPD would comment like, well, listen. But that's not what my point was. Like, but the other reason that I thought about it is because I bit my tongue while I was sleeping last night. You ever do that?
Not in my sleep. I have, okay, fun fact.
On the side of my
Cherokee
tongue.
people,
Oh,
Cherokee people have extra buccal fat in their cheeks. It's the
I might be
reason
part
that
Cherokee then.
it's the reason
I
that the
bite
high
the cheek all the
cheekbone
time. Yeah. Sorry.
it's the
Go ahead.
reason the high cheekbones they're not that visible. They're here. You see my mom and my grandma, but they were thinner than me with a lot of their photos. But this is here, and yes, I bite the insides of my cheeks too often. It's a genetic trait with Cherokee. Yeah.
Oh wow, Brittany said she went and bought some rolls of pennies at the bank. So you
Well,
can. I
on
wonder how
that
much it
note,
costs.
U.S. pennies, 1793 to 1837, which is going to be awfully valuable to begin with.
Sure.
Generally copper, but composition varied. 1837 to 1982, mostly 95% copper, 5% zinc.
Still a
Think
lot of
about
copper
that.
though. Still a lot of copper though.
Zinc. You don't want to stick that in your water.
Well, don't we need zinc though? Like, isn't that a mineral that we need?
you need the right amount of zinc.
Right.
Yeah, and the right purity. 1982, both copper and copper-plated zinc pennies were made, so you need to distinguish them, and that's when we got it. Yeah, those are mostly zinc.
Those shiny
1983 to present, 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper overall.
Wow.
Yeah, so those newer pennies.
I knew they didn't have much, but whew.
Yeah, I remember when they did that. I remember it. I was like,
oh, I
and
got
you can feel the
a
difference.
nice old one here.
You can feel it. They're very light. You can tell. Older pennies are very heavy. You can tell.
I can't even tell what this one is. It's dirty.
But they're not the most valuable for the copper that's in them, to be perfectly clear. Those old coins are valuable for what they are as they were minted. You want to hold on to them.
Well, the reason I kept saying 4 cents, like there was some stat where it's like the amount of copper that's in like the older penny is by itself worth more, the not
Prior
necessarily
to-
the minting of it or whatever.
Prior to 1982 and most especially prior to 1837. I don't have any that are quite that old.
I don't
We got
think I'm gonna
Mercury
have
head
that old one.
dimes. My mom's got some Mercury head dimes.
I've got I used to keep like silver dollars. I have one left.
Yes.
I have this
buffalo
is a
nickels.
the hell is this?
Buffalo
it's a
nickels.
dollar. It's a dollar, but it is like a newer dollar. It's got the Statue of Liberty.
Oh yeah, the quote unquote gold ones.
Yeah, it's a goldish American innovator.
As soon as they start tarnishing, you know they lied about gold.
Yeah, like this has just been sitting here. Let's see if I can hold it up.
See, what is the gold content?
It kind of looks goldy. It's not real gold. It's just a dollar.
Gold dollars. I want to see if there's any.
It's signed by somebody.
Like the Sacagawea dollar. There's no gold at all. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I didn't
they're
think
copper based. They're copper based clad coins.
That's why it's worth $1. Although the copper's worth $1 now. Penny's worth $1. That'd be crazy.
Copper nickel clad.
First patent. Does it say signed first patent? I can't tell the signature. Maybe we could pull it up.
Sacagawea dollar has 88.5% copper. Zinc is 6%, manganese 3.5%, and it's 2% nickel.
I'm gonna pull up this my microscope and see if anyone can read this.
I like them; they're cool, but it's just weird.
Okay. Let's see if anyone in here can read this. I get it. I gotta zoom way out. There we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What does that
Signature.
say?
Signature, it looks like.
Yeah, but it's like
Who's on that one?
F, maybe F. It was the Statue of Liberty, and at the top it's just got like gears and American innovation. United States of
Okay.
America, and on the back
It's a
it's just
Statue of Liberty
Statue of
dollar?
Liberty. Yeah.
What signature?
Let me try to get it centered here, and then I can zoom it or make it bigger. No, it's too fuzzy like that.
What's the year?
I can't even find a year on it.
That's interesting.
I'm sure it's not that old though. I'm sure it's like 2000s, but I don't see a year. It says signed first patent. DW, possibly.
Wow.
In God we trust, and then it's got the $1 and the statue. That's it. There's no.
Is that
date
one
on
of the
this
gold
thing.
color ones?
It's gold color, yeah. There's no date on it anywhere. Very strange. There's another one, DW or something, PW or something like that.
Gold color US $1 coin, no date visible. No, it's not Sacagawea. Jeez. Statue of Liberty. I said that. ChatGPT and I argue quite a bit.
It looks
You're
like
right, I
F.
misunderstood you.
Right. Looks like maybe F, J, no?
You're likely looking at a Liberty, Statue of Liberty themed dollar token or metal rather than standard Chicago. I said it's not Sacagawea. Jeez. If you tell me exactly what words or signature you see on the coin, yeah, I don't know. That's why I asked what signature is on it.
Right. Like I can't tell what that says.
It states a denomination, right? I thought it said $1
It says
on that side.
$1, yeah. It says $1.
That's weird. Anything else identifying like a mint mark, like letters?
I don't know. Well, yeah, like
go.
there's
Everyone have a wonderful day.
Have a good day, Alice. We'll see you again soon. Here, let me try to get a little closer.
It'll have like D is like Delaware. It'll have letters.
See that? See by my mouse? D.
Is it DM?
M. Or no, you don't see the mouse, but yeah, looks like
I don't know if it's
DMS maybe.
DM.
It's a little clearer now. It's a lot clearer. Okay.
M.
That might be a G. G. Is it Gandalf? Oh.
More character.
Hamster, and then at the end it says PG, whatever that is. PG. I don't know, but I found a penny, my second pick out of my bag that says 1980 on it.
Signed.
No,
first.
maybe that says 89. Yeah, 89. That sucks.
That one's definitely oxidized.
Yeah, I thought it said 1980.
Okay, so it says 2018 American Innovation $1 introductory coin.
Yeah,
Obverse,
American
Statue of Liberty
Innovators.
with In God We Trust and $1 reverse. George Washington's signature and the words signed
Oh.
first patent.
That's why it's a G. Yeah, Washington. I don't see a W though.
It's issued.
Oh, it's G. It's G. Washington is what it is.
Issued to Samuel Hopkins on July. Let's see.
That's an E.
Washington signed the first U.S. patent. That's why. In 1790.
That's what it says. Signed
Edge.
first patent. Yeah.
Year 2018. Mint mark E pluribus unum, and stars are on the edge rather than the face.
I don't have any stars.
It might have worn off.
There's nothing there.
On the edge.
Oh, like, okay. Oh, yeah. That's going to be more information there. That's right. They had maybe the dates over here.
If it's on the edge there, yeah. E pluribus unum.
E pluribus unum. Okay.
There you go. That's exactly what it is. Metal. It's not gold. It's manganese.
There's stars. Yeah.
Brass clad. 88.5% copper, 6% zinc, 3.5% magnesium, 2% nickel.
Stars all the way around.
Let's see.
Well, there's a
That's
date.
very interesting.
There's the date right there.
Aha, they hit it.
Wait, it might be upside down.
Circulated about $1 to $3 value. Uncirculated roughly $2 to $10 depending on condition and mint. Certified
2018.
high grade examples can bring $20 plus, with exceptional grades worth considerably more.
Really?
Recent sales show ordinary uncirculated examples $3 to $10.
Wow.
2018 S proof is typically around 11 to
I'm rich.
27. I know, right? But see, this is the kind of thing that now you know what it is. You hold on to it, you know?
I was gonna hold on to it anyway. I'm one of those weirdos.
I do too. I have $2 bills. I have all that.
Yeah, I used to have some $2 bills. I don't anymore. I
I
really
had a
thought I had
cabbie. I had a cabbie when I was a dispatcher who used to tip me with $2 bills. I was like, I can't spend it, but thank you because I will keep this.
Here's an 84. So close.
I've got some
So
pennies
close.
that are 67 when I was born and older. I've got some from the 50s.
You can tell the
I think I
shiny
might have
ones
as
are
old as
definitely.
like 40s, 30s, just a few. Wheat pennies,
90.
you know?
Oh yeah. Or like
Yeah.
wasn't there Native American? What was it? The
Yeah,
Sacagawea
the
penny or whatever?
yeah,
Isn't
well,
that
no,
right? Or something like that?
it wouldn't be
Maybe it was something.
Sacagawea.
What was it? Wasn't there like a what do you call
Indian.
it? Buffalo
There's
penny
Indian
or
head.
something like that. You got
Well, yeah,
buffalo
that's what I said
pennies.
earlier. It's a
Oh,
nickel.
my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a buffalo nickel.
I have
But
every
also there
day that
is
I've been given
Indian
as a tip.
head.
I became a bartender
Oh
20
wow,
My
years
wheat
Brittany.
ago,
penny.
and I have like
Yeah.
500 of them.
500 pennies. Oh, $2 bills. Yeah. Did you ever hear about like the $2 bill? Like they're like if you find the one where the guy's got two left feet in the picture or whatever,
There's
like
a
it's
lot of
like on
those, yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they all look like they have two left feet though. I think that's a
Yeah,
scam.
here it
I think
is.
that's just a fake.
The Indian head penny
Cheers, everybody.
is Indian head cent. It has the wheat with 1 cent on the back. 1859 to 1909. So those are quite a ways back. I don't think I have any of those, but I do have buffalo nickels. My mom has mercury dimes. We've all got wheat pennies that we've saved. Yeah.
Rhyme, owe me a dime.
Oh,
All right.
part of my inheritance. I'm not
Well,
anxious to get it.
what do you say we wrap up on that note? And looks like actually, I really want to see what the hell this guy's talking about drinking from the hose.
The hose, if it's been soaking, especially for days, is full of toxic chemicals.
Yeah, so people that drink hose water, we did it as a kid or whatever. It's like, all right, yeah, but then you
What
got
are
to
we
hose
sitting
it.
out in the sun and
Yes, that is the problem.
PFAs, BPAs, cancer
taste it.
causing chemicals, endocrine disruptors. Never drink the hose water. And if you do, run that shit for a while first. You don't want to drink that hose water that's been sitting for 5 days in the
Well,
sun.
sure, it's
And-
hot
and-
at first.
And who waters their cannabis with hose water? I mean, as some people do, maybe I guess. But if it's in the ground, yes. But in pots, I wouldn't. Just my
And
personal.
it's toxic as fuck.
Do you filter
I
it?
drank from the hose one day and I was like,
Well, you can leave it sit out if you take hose water or water from your sink.
To get
and
rid
you
of the
leave it
chlorine
sit,
then.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
For the most part, that's the biggest.
feeling lightheaded and dizzy. Like, that's actually crazy that you said that.
It'll get you high. Never drink water.
It'll get you high when you drink hose water.
I don't remember that.
I don't recommend trying to get yourself intoxicated off of hose water, you guys.
No.
Bills. Are they rare-ish?
Oma Hunez, where are you from?
Oh, yeah, there are.
I've said it. I meant to ask you to pronounce his name. I'm the only one that can say it correctly.
Whose name?
The bottom comment.
Oh, that one I do not know. Oh, I'd end up shortening it and saying Uma. Oh, Oma. I can't talk today. Oma.
It's Oma Hunez. Oma Hunez.
Ireland.
Ireland.
You can
Oh,
ask
wow.
the bank for 2.
I've been to Ireland once. I was there for 8 hours.
Omowinas.
Well, he said I said it correctly. Oma Hunez.
It might be a soft like.
You can ask the
wheat.
bank for $2 bills. I wonder if there's like a scam on the other side of things, like where the bank's like, well, let's make some more $2 bills. Everyone
I don't-
everyone thinks they're special, so Let's just start it back up. I don't know. All right, we'll stop on
Perfectly
that.
pronounced.
The next one is just a interesting video of this like whole marketplace that's flooded where people are just still like working and cooking and making food, but they have like sandbags all the way up the side. So we'll check that out next week. But don't need that. Thank you. All right, we'll go back to the main screen. Well, good show. Good show. I mean, it's hard to leave when you have 59 people chilling with you, but it's time to go. I got to do the dad thing, you guys. Gonna have some.
Guys, it's good to have so many people.
It has been a good, this month, if I can say so, has been a roller coaster for me. I thought I knew how it was going to go when I not giving away 150 prizes or whatever the number is. It's over 100.
Right.
I decided not to do that, and I was like, we'll see what happens. Definitely, there's a few people I haven't seen around as much. That's fine, but it actually went the other way around. Like the numbers on Rumble, I blew those away halfway through the month. It was crazy. It's been a pretty surprisingly good month when it comes to that. Even with our technical, like I had my requirements done before that glitch last week, or I would have been a
Before
lot
the
more.
crash.
Yeah, I would have been like, oh my god, but yeah, and it came back barely like the next day, barely in time for us to do the show. It finally came
If
back.
that had happened the month we were trying to eke it out, it was like, come on,
It was
that would have
tough
been
that month.
rough.
Yeah, that was a tough month. But I mean,
Transitional.
just because I think all of us, all of you out there as supporters of me are in this thing with me. I just want to tell you guys, I've got everything but my shorts done. I have to make 15 more shorts. That's it. But yeah, we've got 97 unique chatters this month on Rumble. So shout out to the
Wow.
almost 100 different people popping in, which is it's
Thank
big.
you.
We
That's
started
awesome.
off. They started off with a 25 chatter requirement, or 20, I think, or 25. I can't remember. I think it was 20. And now it's up to 75, and it's only done nothing but make good creators more sharp and more connected to each other. The people who fall off are the ones that don't even attempt to network with each other. And so a bunch of people listening are probably other creators on Rumble. So I appreciate you guys. Anyway, that's all I had to
Yeah.
say. I got things to do, and I'm sure you do too. Tala, go lay in the
Yeah.
bathtub full of ice or whatever, and
We'll see what our temperature's up to.
ice yourself down. Thank you, Don.
105. It's holding at 105. Dude.
Shauna, I saw you went live on TikTok earlier. Tala is also interested in me getting on TikTok. I might have to check it out. I do want to join Pickaxe too.
I just
I'm
want to
gonna
be
join
your first
Pickaxe.
follower, though. You have to send the link to me first.
All right. No one else has asked for that coveted position, so I guess.
So supposedly we should hit. It's now 1:35. We should hit 107 at 2 p.m.
And that's the
I'm gonna
actual.
be running to the movie theater.
Is that the actual, or is that the feels like, or whatever? Okay.
Which, I mean, yeah, the feels like is always something else too. When we've got
115.
overcast, the UV cuts down and it's not as bad, and we do have just a little bit of haze right now. But I will tell you this. Here's what it says. It's 105 right now. Feels like 108. Add 2 degrees to our actual temperature. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I am not going to be in this house for it. So we can
What's your average peak each year? Don't you get up to around this each year at least once?
oddly, I have to say this, we've had a blessed 3 summers in a row. I am not even kidding you. This is 10 degrees below what it can do here.
Wow.
And I have experienced that 116, 17, maybe a little higher because we got microclimates. It's
Right.
insanity. Like, you don't think that happens in California. It does. It does.
Yeah.
People think, okay, the desert, but we're desert adjacent. And yeah, I don't know what I am going to do if we have another summer like we've had in the past. Between now and next spring, we have to resolve our issue. For one thing, take
Right.
the top off of the HVAC in there and vacuum out, because we
Figure that
can't
out.
afford to pay someone.
Right.
Get that maybe as a backup because it's not going to be the prime. But I need to get a brand new unit that will last longer than 2 months for the back of the house. I gotta get one of those
Do you
indie
have a
ones that vents
basement?
out the window. No, slab, in fact.
I feel like basements would be essential in hot climates if it's possible. I know, obviously, like thinking of Texas, where there's places where they just can't dig a
It's
basement
gotta
because there's
be, yeah, it's gotta be like a full height ceiling and a finished environment.
Mhm.
Then it is. We had a one that was like the ceiling was right here. We had that in
crawl
Banning,
space kind of thing.
and it is hot. Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah. Well, I just mean like the deeper you go, the cooler you can stay. We all know, like you know how that works. So it
It's
should be something.
uncommon here. It's uncommon. Yeah.
All
For
right.
one
Well,
thing, in Banning, and
hope you.
we even had to watch it there because you can flash flood, and then yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, trust me, I understand that with basements now, but here we are.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you stay cool, Tala, and everybody
Yeah.
else. I know you guys are all dealing with it. Where do you live? She lives on the West Coast there, Brittany.
I'm in California.
Yeah. Tricked you. I'm still here. That's okay. We tricked you all because it's like wrapping up. You know, there's always like 5 or 10 minutes of wrapping up. But we'll see you later, guys.
Baker.
Tomorrow night, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central Time for people in the boxes. We're going to talk about under the influence. Have you ever been influenced by anything, whether it's a substance or a person or a commercial or anything? So we'll talk about that tomorrow night at people or at 8 o'clock Central Time. I might do a little live stream later tonight while I'm getting some shorts made or whatever. Maybe after dinner, after my son's nice and happy, after he's kicked my butt in some Looney Tunes Wide World of Sports. Man, he's good at these games. All right, we'll see you later. Tala, you got anything going on? Promotion? Got something
Um,
happening? Got a space or
my
anything?
my my ex followers, you've seen me cheerleading for Journeyman. We need one more subscriber. If you want 100,000 satoshis free, it's $2 a month. You don't have to stay subscribed to him for the next 5 years, man. Just $2 for a few months. Support the guy. He's giving away $80 worth of Bitcoin. Yo, we need one more. I want my money.
I mean, I could probably do that. I just thought I thought that was all a joke about like
No.
giving away sats.
Oh,
I mean,
he's
it's
serious.
going
Yeah,
up
he's
right
serious.
now. Like right now, it's like went up at least 10,000. Yeah,
Yep.
it's at 78 right now. It's gone more than 10,000 up from its low,
And
and
I don't know
a long
whether
ways
that
to go.
last spot's been filled. I don't see a message from him yet. So,
Well,
yeah.
let's see here. Let's see. The Journeyman. That's fine. He's just wanting on X, huh?
He's still hawking for it. So the spot's available. If you take it, you'll be the last one and you will seal the deal for all of us.
Okay. There you go. It's done.
Woohoo!
Uh,
Yeah, I started investing. It's a thing for me now because you know what? I'm going to be 60 in a year, you guys. Like, what? You know, how'd that happen? I got to think about my future. And for us
yeah.
ladies, it's usually our reality. Sorry, but it's usually our reality that we live longer. I need to think about that. You know,
Yeah.
if something happens to him, how do I take care of me?
I have a neighbor who's the man. He's a veteran, and he's getting less manageable, and the wife, and she's very much still there and still coherent and everything, and so it's like I see that dynamic. It's like, ladies, get ready to take care of your husband, and it's like it's kind of a. That's why I think partially the age, the general age difference between a man and a younger lady typically is what you see a lot, but yet that it makes it even worse. Like that makes it even more spread
Does.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
And I
I mean, we've got a life insurance policy at his work, but it's not massive. I could pay the house
right.
off, and then what? You know? You have to think about those things. So, yeah, I'm trying to make things more secure so that if something happens, because I mean, I'm not even guaranteed that he wouldn't have an accident and be gone tomorrow. You know what I mean? Truck driving's a high risk job. I have to be pragmatic about that. What would I do? Yeah.
What utility billing?
I have a Robinhood account. That's what I've got, Andrew. Yeah. So I'm just getting little pieces, getting the fractional stuff, setting it up. Yeah.
I have some crypto from Cash App, from PayPal, from Rumble, Rum Wallet or whatever, and also what's it called? It's through Brave, but it's called Uphold. So just spread it out a little bit here and there from companies and it's just very similar. Like on Uphold, I actually have been staking some of my crypto. So I buy it. I don't try to buy and sell like on the daily, trying to catch it. Like that's a gamble.
Yeah.
That's such a gamble.
Yeah.
It's high risk, high reward. But I'm a
Like
long
day
hauler.
trading, don't even play with that. It's too much stress.
More power to those that do. But I'm a long hauler, so I'm trying to just keep it in there until it goes up, and that's why staking is so good. Like, it doesn't give you a lot, but it gives me something over this. Like, it lets me, like, basically they take what I bought, and I think it's in Soul and another one, and
Yep.
they use it as collateral to trade for other people, or like, maybe I'm using the wrong terms here, but basically you're just making money off of it the longer you leave it. It's a higher amount. You get more back off of it if you can just leave it in there. Anyway, I'm still on because I'm paying a bill, so why not?
That's okay.
Not the biggest rush today, but I do appreciate everyone, and I hope you all have a good Wednesday. It's hump day. $120 for my water bill. All that RO water I've been using. Oh wait, we gotta put money in my account. Luckily, I have the Cash App card, and I spend enough money through my Cash App card. It also we're talking about crypto. It has the ability to round up. So every time I use it, the change that I would get, the change goes to Bitcoin automatically. So I've been buying more Bitcoin without purposely buying Bitcoin, just by paying bills. Also, the other reason I was saying that is since I pay enough bills through Cash App, they give me a $200 overdraft protection every month. So if I go over, if I like just now, I went over by accident without. I paid the bill before I've added the money, and it doesn't hurt me at all. It's good. A lot of people have had trouble with Cash App, and look, find an app that you like. But I use PayPal too sometimes, but it's just weird. Like, I've got some crypto over there. Anyway, all right, got my water bill paid. Everybody, hope you're excited for me. We'll see you later. Have a good night. Haha, you know him? Who? I know who. Oma Hunez. Oh, where those bananas don't. Oh, so Oma Hunez does go live as well, guys. If you want to go follow him, he's in Ireland, but he goes live at like 3 in the morning. So I didn't give you. Here's a follow. I didn't follow you yet. All right, I'm hitting the buttons now. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't yet. Please do so. If you're watching on Facebook, come and find us on multiple platforms. Find us elsewhere, because Facebook is not a podcast platform, especially anymore now that they just delete the stuff after 30 days. It's gone. No matter what you do, it's live, it's gone. Anyway, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, we'll see you there. Remember, everybody's got to eat. Bye.
Scrolling through the notes.